What's the name, my people? You know it is the Don Tony Teflon, and I'm back at you with another one. And this one is from season 3, theories and predictions video. So I'm looking at it, it's saying that nobody's watching me. It's nobody watching me. Am I not public? And y'all see me out there. It's the rate of the, oh, there we go. All right, it updated right there. I appreciate everybody who's out here who came rocking with us and everything else and all that good thing. Hopefully the microphone is right. And I have a chance to check everything because I just had to come out here as fast as I can. I was doing something else and I rolled up out here and everything else as fast as I can. Sorry if that is if that's the, if you're waiting and how many had you waiting a couple of minutes. I'm sorry about that. You know what I mean? What's going on? To everybody out there, I got nothing but love for all my people and everything else, and all y'all people out there and everything else. We are going to get into this. I could be rolling solo dolo today. We'll see if we are. Then we just roll solo dolo. We've done it 1,000 times. We can rock it again. But I'm sure if Phil can join, he will join as soon as he can. Let's say what up to a couple of people, and then we'll get started. He'll say what up to TT up in the building rocking with us right now. The Copper Broom is in the building rocking with us up. The one, the only Carla Way is rocking with us right now. Horror Fan is rocking with us. Baby Girl is rocking with us. My man Muhammad, my brother from another mother, is up in this building right now. As I said, a Horror Fan, you up in this piece. A channel member, Sarah Jane Siberry. Siberry? I don't know how to say it. I'm gonna say Siberry. I'm sorry if I messed up. I don't no disrespect. She means the most. Channel members in the building rocking with us right now. Julia, this thing is going so fast. So for me to keep up, I gotta go up a little bit. I'm sorry. Mika Lee, channel member, is rocking with us right now. Julia Barbara is rocking with us right now. Dr. Deb, channel member. Dr. Deb is in the building rocking with us right now. Channel member Just Genus is rocking with us right now. Channel member Luna Cascade is rocking with us. Our girl Steph Snow is in the building rocking with us right now. We've got a bunch of people in here, and we're going to keep going. Let's go. My sister is in the building. Cody Cole is in the building rocking with us right now. SI is in the building. Tell my nephew Mars I said what up. And everything else. SI is in the building rocking with us right now. We got a bunch of people up in this piece rocking with us right now. Thank you for everyone. Jen is in the building rocking with us right now. We got Angela is in the building right now. Delicious is up in this piece right now. Again, this is a call-in live stream. I want you to call me up and tell me what you think, what theories you want to talk about, and then we can definitely pop it up and everything else. We're going to use my number today because Phil's not here, so we'll use my call-in line number, which is, let me put that up real quick so everybody can get the number. There it is on the bottom of the screen right now. We're going to talk about some stuff. But as we always, Carla Way, take us away.
When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me.
Thank you, Carla Way, for rocking with us. Doing that intro for the Don Tony Teflon. We're going to keep it like that and say that's why he did it. For the Don Tony Teflon. But the fact that we have a little case, Sarah, let me get you over to the Teflon Don merch. As you can see, I told you I was going to have this merch. I told you I was coming with the merch. We having it and everything else. The merch is there. I'm just waiting for the store to be actually opened up because I got to wait for these people to send me 1 penny and then verify that they sent me a penny, and they ain't sent me the penny yet, and I'm just waiting for that. But as you can see, the Don Tony Teflon shirt right there, the K Sarah shirt, you will be able to get one of these K Sarah shirt. I don't just have this one shirt. I got 8 different shirts that I'm going to be selling in this merch store, right? 8 different shirts. You'll be able to cop these shirts yourself and everything else. And hopefully you do cop these shirts and everything else, and you'll have that in your thing. And it's going to be great. And trust me, Don rocking it and everything else. And I do have female t-shirts too. So we'll be selling all that stuff out there. I would have it tonight, but these people just ain't sent me that damn penny. Been waiting for this penny, and they ain't sent it to me yet. So I'm just waiting for them to give me that penny, verify my account, and then it'll be up there. So by next live stream, Phil will be here. And we will debut the first 2 shirts. We're going to do 2 shirts a week. All right. I'm going to put out 2 shirts a week. And then the next shirt after that, then I'll put out next week. I have 2 different shirts. And the next week after that, 2 until we go through the whole catalog. We're going to release 2 a week. You know what I mean? So you'll see. Hopefully y'all buy it. Hopefully you like it and everything else. That is what it is. That's what it is. You know what I mean? And we're going to get this thing popping and everything else. Put up to my man, the ladies' man in the building, my man for a very long time, my brother for a very long time, Sir LT Giles in the building rocking with us right now. That's right. Only on season 2. Keep watching. You got time. You know what I mean? You got time and everything else. So we'll have the merch for you and everything else. Hopefully you like the shirt. I told you I had to make sure everything was right. It's a very good t-shirt, very good brand of t-shirts, very soft, comfortable, and it's going to hold up. And that's what I wanted to make sure, you know what I mean, and everything else. So we will have all that stuff like that. Are we wearing our shirts to the con? Hopefully you do wear the shirts to the con and everything else, because we will have that going on too and all that good stuff and everything else. People asking if Phil is here tonight. We'll see if Phil's not here at this moment, but he could be in the chat and he could be here as soon as he gets home and stuff like that. So probably see Phil in a little bit, you know what I mean? But if not, we are here real quick. All right. So House of the Dragon. I know people talking House of the Dragon. It starts Sunday. We're doing our normal stuff. All the usual suspects will be back. The Don Tony Teflon Bridge 4 and Phil the Issues Guy will all be back for House of the Dragon season 2. That will start on Sunday. And we'll be doing our thing for the whole season and stuff like that. Right. But we'll still be covering from the from streams will not change. Everything and the from videos will not change. I'll still be doing that, even when House of the Dragon is going on and everything else. Let's try to get to 100,000 subscribers. That's the goal, right? Let's get that popping and everything. All right, so let's talk about some theories and predictions. Again, you want to call me 518-290-0848. I want to make sure I buy one to see. Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate if you do. If you do buy one, really, really would help out and all that stuff and all that good stuff. All right, so let's go through it. Some predictions, some theories. We've done a lot. We talked about a lot of different things. And you know what I mean? We talked about whose foot is in there and everything else. So anything that y'all have that y'all want to talk about, we can go on and get this thing. As Carla Way says, you know what I mean? Call in. It's better if you call in, that way I can just talk to you about it, whatever you want to talk about. If you call in 518-290-0848. It's 518-290-0848 is the call-in line. Hopefully we get to hear you. Let's go through some of these predictions and these theories that people have. Number 1, I'm going to say we're going to have a major death this season. Again, season 2, I felt like they should have a major death every season. That's the way I feel about these shows, but they didn't do it. All right, they did not give us a major. They did not give us a major death in season 2. All right, which I thought would miss the mark a little bit when they had all those people hemmed up in there and everything. And boy, did save the day and all that. I appreciate that and everything else. But in the end, they should have whacked one of those people. They should have whacked. You got to get these people out of here. That's just the way it is. Someone got to get got every season. So we're gonna have a major death this season. Now, when I say major death, I mean major death. Like so. Let's just say Tin Chan, Kenny's mom, is there, right? And she's going to be taken out this season. Maybe she's the one in the cart or something like that. To me, Tin Chan's a good character. It's not a major death, right? If she dies, obviously it's a blow in the whole situation without a shadow of a doubt. But in the end, it is not a major death to me. Like when I mean major death, I'm saying Donna, Boyd, Kenny, Sarah, Christy. Elgin, is Elgin considered a major death? I don't know if Elgin's there. Yeah, he's doing there. I don't know if Elgin's there. I don't know if Randall's there. Ethan, Jim, Tabitha. These are major deaths to me. Meaning that one of these dudes need to get taken out. You know what I mean? I need one of these guys to go. And that's just the bottom line. I need one of these guys to get out of here. You know what I mean? And not that I want to see them go. I just think it makes you care about the show a little bit more, right? So someone's got to go. So we know Boyd's not going to go, so we could scratch that one out on Boyd. Donna is up for debate. I think that Donna could go because when I think of Fatima would be one, Ellis would be one, of course, it's major. So when I talk about, you know what I mean? When I talk about how Donna would go and why she would go, though I don't think she's going to go because I think Donna's the mold and that's what's going to be her storyline. But I think if Donna went, I look at people who could take that character's place. Like when I look at the show and the way the show was written, someone has to be able to take a character's place. You take somebody out, someone's got to fall in line. So Donna runs Colony House. You take out Donna, you can still have Fatima take over Colony House. So therefore, I think Donna could be on the chop block. If she was a major death, it would be shocking. Again, I don't think she will because I think she's the. We got to call. I'd like to see. That's what I like to see. Let's take this one. 305.
Call from
Amra.
To accept, press 1. To send.
What's going on? You're rocking with the Don Tony Teflon.
What's up, Tony? How you feeling, baby?
What's going on, man? How's everything?
Everything good.
That's what's up.
I got a couple predictions. I ain't gonna be too long.
All right, let's go.
But from a fan standpoint, I think that the writers of the show, I think they know that this is the make or break season. So they're gonna give us. I believe we're gonna find some answers this season.
Yes.
Because they've been watching us. They've been watching you. They've been hearing what we complaining about.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really not a prediction. I'm almost 100% positive they're gonna give us answers, and I mean serious answers to 2 or 3 things that we need to know about. And also, like you was talking about, we need a major death to drill us back in to know that, oh, it's serious here.
Mm-hmm.
Because they took the seriousness out of the last season.
I agree. I think they took out a lot of the scariness of the monsters. They made the monsters not as scary as they should be. And I think they're going back to that, right? They're going to show a different monster to make you fear them a little bit. And I agree. I know for a fact that they watched this show because when I had Elizabeth on, she told me personally that the cast gets in the thing in the huddles and watches this channel. So I know they watch this show. So I know the cast watching it because she said they don't know what's going on either. So they like to watch my channel to see what I'm coming up with, to see if it agrees with what they coming up with.
Right. But what I'm saying is, just based off a fan standpoint, they have to hear what we're saying.
Mm-hmm.
You don't lose your fan base if you don't give us a depth in some answers.
Yeah, I think season 3 in any show is the make or break season. If you go for Game of Thrones season 3, I mean, the showrunners said if we can get to a season 3, we can have a hit show, and that was their mentality going into making it because season 3 was the red wedding. So they're like, all we gotta do is get these through these first 2 seasons. And we hit them with season 3 and it's going to explode. And that's exactly what happened. So I think that's the same thing that they're planning on here. Like they gave us the outline first season. They told us a little bit. They gave us some answers, not a lot season 2, but it whet your appetite for more answers.
I was just going to say them answers wasn't worth a damn.
yeah. But it made you want answers, right?
Right.
So now they starving you, right? They starving you.
Right.
You know how it is. You know Eddie Murphy said, you know what I mean? When you starving, you give somebody a cracker, it's gonna be the best cracker they ever had in their goddamn life, bro.
And then like, but look, I'm gonna make my prediction, and I'm gonna get out of here and let you know, elaborate on it.
All right.
But I think this is the season where Victor is gonna have to step up.
Okay.
Like Victor is on. You know, he this childlike character. We get it. We understand. He's been this, but Victor is gonna have to step up this season.
Okay.
Victor's gonna get shooken up. They're gonna want answers from Victor in this season. That's what I predict. That they're gonna ride Victor ass this season. He ain't gonna be able to be getting around nice, innocent old guy that been here for 40 years no more. The people there are gonna want to have some answers from Victor. That's what I predict this season. He's gonna have to answer some questions.
All right. All right. I take it. I'll expand on it right now, but I appreciate the call. Make sure you call back anytime, brother.
For sure.
All right, one. So yeah, Victor definitely has a lot to answer. Now, I've explained this to you before how I think it's going to go down. And this is how I think it goes down with Victor, and then Victor explaining everything. Tabitha's gone now. All right. So I think how it's going to happen is that Tabitha's gone. She's going to get confronted by his children first, especially the oldest one. Where's our mother? Right? Let me take this call and I'll keep going.
Call from
Percy Garcia.
What's going on? You're rocking with the Don Tony Teflon.
What's up, Tony? Percy Garcia.
What's going on, Percy? Let me finish this question real quick that the guy answered, and then I'll get to you in 1 second, brother. All right?
Yep, no worries.
All right. So I think that Victor, when Tabitha's going, she's going to get confronted. Jim's going to get confronted by his daughter, and they're going to say, "What's going on? Where's our mother?" Eventually, Jim's going to say, "Victor said that he took her to the bottle tree. Tell Boyd this." This is going to make Boyd grab up Victor and say, "What the fuck is going on with this bottle tree? Where is this bottle tree at?" And I think that's what's going to really make Victor have no choice but to answer some questions then. Because once Tabitha's gone, he ain't going to be able to shut down, hide in the corner. Boyd's going to confront him, and then Jim's going to confront him. And even Ethan's going to probably say something to him. You know, even if he does shut down, Ethan may, talk to him like, "Come on, Victor, we're friends. Please, I need to know what's going on with my mother." And I think that's how it goes down. All right, Percy, what's good, baby?
All right, first off, man, thank you for giving me the opportunity.
No problem.
I watch the show a lot.
I appreciate you.
Just want to offer my point of view on everything that I see.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to point out that we're all right.
Okay.
We're all right, but the problem is we're biased towards our interpretation. If that makes sense.
I hear you. I think we're all in the Schrodinger's cat situation right now.
Yeah. So let me tell you this. Let me start off by saying this. Everybody's not going to understand this. Everybody's not going to, because this is totally different from what everybody is saying.
All right, go ahead. Let me know.
So you have to understand mythology. It's three. So you see the rule of 2 and the rule of 3 all over the show, right?
All right, so let's stop right there. Can you explain the rule of 3 and the rule of 2 so people understand what you're talking about?
Okay, so the rule of 2 is duality. You see the opposite, reflections, up, down, left, right. You have the world Fromville, then you have the underworld. You look at the tablets. I can explain almost everything, and I'm not saying this to be cocky, but the show From is not only a show, but it's a puzzle. You guys understand?
All right, so you explain the rule of 2. What is the rule of 3?
The rule of 3 is just exactly what we hear. They take, they break, they steal. They come for 3. The melody.
Okay.
And I could point the 3 symbols. Those are 3 moons.
All right.
3 cycles.
Mm-hmm.
3 Fromvilles.
All right.
So this ties into pocket dimension.
All right.
Okay, it's time. So imagine for people to understand. Imagine you have 3 rooms in your house. Every room is laid out the same. You go through one door and you enter another door. The room is still the same. You understand?
Of course. So we're talking about alternate realities. That it's,
No, this is not an alternate reality.
oh, it's not alternate reality.
This is no, this is not. This is once again, this is purgatory. This is
All right.
that.
So you think that right now all the people in From are in purgatory.
Yes, they all died. They died in the car accident.
All right.
You don't
Now,
remember dying in the car accident.
let me just say this. In season 1, right?
Okay.
Tabitha goes to the priest specifically and asks him specifically, did we survive the crash? And the priest and Father Khatri tells her specifically, he says to her, when he gives her an answer that they did survive the crash, you're all not dead, that she's not the first person who thought of that, right? That's what he says to her specifically. He says, you're not the first person who thought of that. Don't you know what I mean? I had time to work on my answer, because that he must have heard it so many times. Now, do you think that the showrunners would put that out there and put that in season 1 if it was not true? Or do you think they put that out there because they knew that fans would think that and they wanted to dispel that right off the bat?
Okay. So us, the viewer, we're part of the trick. We're also trapped.
Okay, we definitely are.
They drop not only I can't I'm glad I'm talking to you. I'm not the most articulate person when it comes to words, so maybe if I can explain, you can articulate it a lot better.
That I'll do.
But they use wordplay techniques and they use eyesight techniques. So Dr. Father Khatri is who he equals in my analysis. His name is Anubis.
Okay.
And the church is Anubis' temple.
All right.
Now I can go and, like I said, a lot of people are not going to stomach this and understand this. This is not going to be explained in one sitting. This trap is very, very, very intricate.
All right. So let's take it one place right now. Give other people a chance to call and look. What is the main thing that you're trying to say here? And then we can elaborate it. And I don't know. You call back. We can elaborate after a couple other people called in. So what's the main thing you're trying to say to me right now? That you believe that they all died in purgatory and everyone died in the car accident who showed up in From. Well, everyone's dead and they're all trapped in some sort of purgatory.
Yes, and I can tell you what this purgatory is called.
All right. What is the name of the purgatory?
Okay, so if you follow Greek mythology, if you understand Greek mythology, this is a place called Hecate's Labyrinth.
All right. So why would this be connected to Greek mythology of all mythologies?
Because this is a fairy tale.
Okay.
Okay. This is a modern day telling of the Clash of the Titans.
This right here, this story, is a modern day telling.
It's fairy tale.
Clash of the Titans. We're talking Perseus, Medusa.
Yes.
So this right now is a modern day telling of that story. I love Clash of the Titans movie when the first one. The first one. I'm old, so I like the first one. You know what I'm saying? And I love that movie. So I know that movie backwards and forth. All right. So you're saying that right now.
It's the true story.
Huh?
It's not. So Perseus is a character in this story. His name is Kenny. In this fairy tale, Perseus is Kenny.
Kenny is Perseus.
Yes.
And who is Boyd in this story?
Boyd is Apollo.
Is the owl Bubo?
Apollo.
Oh, Apollo. I was like, he Bubo. His boy. That's all he gets. I love.
Okay. Okay, and I'm glad that you brought up. I'm glad that you asked who Boyd is, because Boyd, Apollo's temple is that diner right there behind you.
All right. All right, we going. I'm gonna let you go for some. Please call back and let other people call in. I think that we got to talk about this a little bit more. So basically, this is a
Listen, I even want Jack Bender, the showrunner, to listen to this.
okay.
I know who everybody is, and I can prove it. And I'm not saying this to be cocky. I'm here to prove that we are all right.
All right. All right.
We just have different interpretations, and we're biased towards our interpretation.
I could agree with that. That people are going to, obviously, if they came up with it, they're going to want it to be right, so they're going to be biased towards it. But I've never heard in my life that this is a retelling of Clash of the Titans. That's brand new to me. So I definitely want to delve deeper with you on this. We're going to marinate on this a second. Please call back. There's going to be a couple other people call in and stuff, and we'll continue this. So. And I'll try to explain it to you as you said. So people are saying Fatima is Aphrodite. Is that what you're saying? That's what people are asking.
No, Fatima is Celine.
Is who?
Celine.
She's Celine in the story. Fatima is Celine in the story. All right, we're gonna come.
Hold on.
No.
Before I let you go.
Go ahead, brother.
Because I even know how to get out of here, and I'll save that for another stream. But now that we're talking about Ellis, Boyd is not the father, okay? Ellis is Endymion. Endymion, a.k.a. King Elise.
Okay.
Look up the relationship between that person and look up the relationship between Endymion and Celine. And you'll understand why I say Boyd's not the father.
All right.
I can let you, I can let it go right now. We can talk another time, or I can continue.
Yeah, I got other callers, and so I'm trying to get through them. You know what I mean? I want to give everybody a chance to speak. I would love to sit down or have you on. We could have you on and just do a straight. I'll do a straight stream as I've done with other people of their theory and go through it. It would take a half an hour to an hour, or I think it's a very interesting theory. I've never heard it, so I would love
to take hours.
All right, so then we're gonna have to schedule you by yourself, son, and we just have you up on here with him, and we got the rocket done.
This is a very, very intricate trap, and we're all right. But it's like I said, we're all right. Like I said, thank you for the opportunity. Everybody have a good night. Peace and love.
All right, my brother. Peace and love to you too.
Later.
Peace.
Later.
Listen, I think that's a very interesting theory, and theories is what it's all about. This is a retelling of Clash of Titans. Let's go through the super chats real quick. Phil is in the background. I see him in there. Jesse Fernandez has become a new member. Thank you so much for joining the family. We appreciate you. Titans, $5 super chat says, you think Victor's last name being from manager is that his last name? Is that what Victor's last name is? I didn't know that was Victor's last name, but if it is, then yes, it's a very interesting choice that's his last name. Luna, thank you for the super chat. I think the death will be Christy. She's the medical care for the community, plus the nature of her death will cause panic. She's 100% a major character. I think if she died, it sets off a lot of things. You know what I mean? You get rid of her, you take out a lot of things. But to kill her off right after Marielle gets there, I don't know if they do it. I would think they kill Marielle off before they kill off Christy. That would be my only pushback to it. But to kill her off would be devastating, and that would be a great blow. I hope she doesn't. Not that I want these characters to get killed, though. I love her as a character, but someone got to go. All right, someone got to go. And OW just became a member. Thank you so much for all that. We truly appreciate it. Whoever was just calling in, please call back. I just couldn't answer the phone because I was on a call. But if you just called in, you know who you were. Just call right back, and the phone line's open right now and everything else. You can also see Taryn and Tony's fun little bit in the detail in the Discord. Yeah, so if you want to join the Discord, go ahead. The Escaping From Discord. Just go right ahead and join that. They would love to have you there. That is Phil and I's Discord dealing with from. It's called the Escaping From Discord. And if y'all into that stuff, please join the Discord. We want to have as that's it's like a lizard right there. We want to have as many members as possible in there and stuff. So definitely join that and everything else. Willie would take her. Who's Willie? Oh, Tilly. Look, who know Willie? I ain't never seen no Willie after this motherfucker. Tilly. I don't think is that what Tilly is? Is Tilly a nurse? I don't know if Tilly is long for this planet. She has a condition that she's going to die from and everything else, you know. So I don't know if Tilly long for this. That it wouldn't be a good enough swap. It would have to be someone who's in there. And the other medical girl that we've seen, she got eaten. She got not eaten, but she got killed by the monsters and everything else when she tried to run away. And so there's really no one to take her spot. Marielle would be the only one. If you kill her out, you have to have Marielle up in this piece, right? And Marielle would take over from her. But I don't think Marielle would be in any condition to take over from her because she'd be broken. You know what I mean? And I just don't see her taking over for her. So I just would not be, I can't see it going down like that. I could see it the other way around. But without a shot, I don't know, Marielle's broken. She a drug addict. I don't know if she would step up if she just met a fiance after all this time and now she gets killed. I don't know if she's strong enough to step up. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing. I just don't know if she, and it's not her fault. Some people aren't strong enough. And I think a lot of people, especially in this world, people think that people are supposed to be strong enough because they are strong enough. But that's not the way the world works. The way the world works is you are who you are. Just because you are strong enough doesn't mean the next person is. Birdie, thank you for the super chat. It says, how do I become a member? Well, when you're looking at that on your app, if you're watching using if you're using your phone, it should be right there. It should be a membership, join membership right there. And I think it's $5 or something like that. But it's that for the low tier membership and everything else. But you get access to everything. It's as Tasty said, it should be by the sub button in there. So it should say that, and then you're a member, and then once you're a member, you will get special access to all the members' purse. And yes, members will have a discount on the t-shirts. So if you're a member and you're interested in a shirt like the Don Tony Teflon's rocking original Que Sera Sera, right? Original shit, you know what I mean? And the other ones I'm rocking, if you're a member, you will get a discount from being a member. You know what I mean? So it pays both ways. On pay, you know, do you right and everything else. And when the season starts and all that, if you're a member, I'm going to start giving away t-shirts every week and stuff like that too. Every stream that I do during the season, we'll give away a t-shirt for all the members and everything else. We'll hook y'all up. And I'll, you know, we going to try to give that. If you're not a member and you can't be, it's obvious, you know, for whatever reason, we're going to try to hook you up too and everything else. And all. Phil, you there?
Yeah, I mean, maybe we could do like some trivia or some fun games of
we do some trivia. We'll get some things
like
you want
that.
to stay off camera. Or you want to come on camera?
I'll be on in a second. I'm just finishing up some business over here. But about Marielle, if she steps up, that the thing is beyond what you were saying, which is absolutely correct about people, changing and that kind of stuff. When it comes to television characters, when they go on a growth spurt like that, she's going to die immediately after. Once she becomes more useful and sort of steps up, that will be the end of her character on the show. I think she's fodder. I think she's but that's the thing, Tony. Talking about a big death, someone like her dying, I don't think is something that could hit as hard as something else. I mean, if Christy went, someone was talking about that, earlier, they would just be so fucked. I mean, I don't want to see anything happen to Christy. I think the actress is great on the show, and the character seems like that she has a lot to do. But if we want to pick a character that means the most, that would cause the most disarray in the group, and I truly believe it can't be Kenny or Boyd. She's the one that, her or Donna, if Donna isn't Mole Patrol, are the two that make the most sense for the biggest heart push and biggest mess with the group. And especially her, because as you like to talk about who's going to fill the role, they have no one to fill Christie's role in this, unless another nurse or a doctor shows up, or a medical assistant, really talented medical assistant. I don't think you're not going to replace what she does. She's like the professor from Gilligan's Island, Tony. She just does everything. She's sewing up.
Yeah, it'd be hard for someone to make these coconuts without her. I just don't see. That's why I think she's too valuable. But it would push Kenny over the edge. And again, we got to get Kenny to that breaking.
It would push everybody over the edge.
Yeah,
so to think about her going, if the doctor and the priest were the last two big characters to go, it's a lot. And they were the two people sort of like keeping the sanity of the organization going, keeping the if you get hurt, you got someone to treat you kind of vibe going on. So I agree that she's too important, but we have to almost start thinking like that. Yeah, she's too important. If she went, it would be really big.
It would definitely be big. Matthew Garth says, "Hey Tony, I haven't heard the show, but I used to love watching all your Got Theories videos and breakdowns. Those were the days. Hope you do. I'm doing great. I still do Got Theories breakdowns. Like I said, we'll be covering House of the Dragon, the Don Tony Teflon, Field Issues Guide, Bridge 4, The Usual Suspects. We're back this season for House of the Dragon. I actually got a theory video for House of the Dragon. I got a lot of videos for House of the Dragon. So, don't go nowhere. We still in this piece. Don't worry. We still doing our theories. I got a huge theory that no one ever thought about in House of the Dragon. I'm gonna put that out probably the second episode and stuff and everything else. So, but yeah, we got a bunch going down. People saying I can't handle Donna gone. I don't think you're gonna have to worry about that. I think Donna's here for a while. Carrie says Kenny's mom is connected to everyone. Her and Donna both may go. It's time to cause disruption amongst it. Kenny's mom is a loss, but I don't look at her as a major character. What about you, Phil? Do you look at her if they wanted to kill one person? Would you be satisfied if the one person they killed this season was Kenny's mom?
I mean, yes, just because they didn't do anything like that last season. I want to ask a side question that I'll answer myself and then throw it back to you as well, about out of the people that they had lined up to die last season, who should have been the person to die? Personally, I think it should have been Julie, but because I think that hits the hardest. But to answer your question about Kenny's mom, I know what you mean when you say she's not a main character, but her death would have a huge enough effect on two of our main characters with Jade and Kenny. And I think Boyd too, because of the Kenny reflected, but really the people that we'd be most focused on having an emotional reaction after something like that happened would be Jade and Kenny. And I think the reaction that the two of them would have would be strong enough to make it matter enough, even though she's not necessarily a main character, because she's associated with the main characters enough and has enough emotional influence over two of the hugest ones on the show, two of the top 4 on the show. So for that reason, Tony, I think yes, but I do agree with your premise that she alone isn't, but that effect I think is enough.
So I agree with you. She feeds, as someone just said, she feeds the whole town, right? She's a very important in it. It's no doubt. And obviously Jade will be affected. Everyone would be affected. Everyone would be sad if she went, because, when you look at people and you say innocent people, you don't get more innocent than her.
No,
right?
Not there.
She's as innocent as it gets. Like she does nothing to anybody. She cooks the food for everybody. She's one of the oldest women that are there. She's motherly figure to a lot of people in there. So without a shadow of a doubt, she would be a major death to the people in the show. To the Don Tony Teflon, as someone watching the show, I need someone bigger. I need somebody that really, like Julie, fits the bill. Fatima fits the bill. Ellis fits the bill. I need someone like that.
Does any of the Matthews fit the bill for you?
Yeah, Julie.
But if anything happened to any of the Matthews, if Tabitha didn't survive the season, would that be big enough?
Yeah. If Julie died, I think Julie's the daughter, right?
Yeah, Julie. But I'm saying, like, if Tabitha or Jim went.
Jim's important. That would be a huge blow. Any one of their family died, because we're following their family's journey right now.
Mm-hmm.
So any one of their family goes. But the fact that Tabitha is gone, I don't think anything can happen to the rest of them. I think that saves them from anything else happening.
Yeah, I would agree. And I think not necessarily with the other two, but with Julie, I think it was last year was the opportunity to kill her. If they didn't kill her last year, they're not going to kill her this season. I don't think so.
Yeah, they had their shot to get rid of her, and they didn't. I'm glad they don't. She's mad cool. One of the best interviews we did. And thank you, Birdie, for becoming a member. Welcome to the family. Truly appreciate it. I one of our best interviews we did was with her. She's great, and I would hate to see her go. But in the end, someone has to go. You know what I mean? So, it's not going to be Ethan.
No.
It could be, listen, again, it might be Tabitha's body in that cart. It easily could be them pulling that cart back with Tabitha's body. If that does, it ruins a lot of the show. That's the only reason why I can't see it being Tabitha's body, because then we know that these people inside the space are avatars and it doesn't matter. And then it makes their lives not matter, which makes us not care about them anymore. So that would be the only reason why I don't think it's her body in there. I think they can't give that up this early in the game. They just can't do it. It's just too much. You could only do that. There's 5 seasons, season 4. You could do that. You couldn't do that right now. We got another new member up in here. Thank you so much for becoming a member dedicated to my fallen Missy K. Appreciate you so much. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. Now you have all access to all these emojis and everything else, and discount t-shirt. And Phil, I'm gonna send you your shirt tomorrow, man. You just gotta give me that address again.
How cool.
I'll send you that shirt tomorrow, and then we'll be able to rock the first 2 shirts that are going to be on the there you go. And then first 2 shirts that are on that'll be out there for sale. So next stream will be everything, and the shop should be up by then and everything else, and y'all will be able to go out there and buy these shirts and stuff. So we feel it, but I'll get that out to you tomorrow. And
yeah, I'll send my address to you when we're done here, or I'll probably do it while we're still on. Niece and Nice. I also think Ellis is definitely a candidate. I think when we did our death picks a month ago or so, he was one of my big picks because of the effect it would have on Boyd and Fatima. So I think Ellis is definitely would be one of the big candidates.
Mm-hmm. The thing, Ellis would be huge. And so much Veronica said these show shirts. I'm showing it right now. I'm showing one of them right here. I'm rocking one right now. You can see it. Okay, Sarah shirt right here. Don Tony Tuff. I'm rocking it right now. But I didn't show all the shirts. We're gonna debut them a little bit at a time. This is just the one I'm rocking right now. Yeah, Ellis. The problem with Ellis would be that they could have killed him twice already, right? And they didn't kill him yet. So to kill him right now, I don't know. After he gets stabbed and everything else, you had a chance to kill this dude twice. You didn't kill him. To come back the 3rd season and kill him, don't know. I mean, listen, as they said, they're trying to break Boyd. That would break Boyd if they killed him and everything else. I don't think that breaks him totally, because then if he has the grandchild to look after, he's going to stay up. You know what I mean? But Ellis has already been, he's been assaulted. He's been stabbed. He's always something going on with Ellis, getting drunk and everything. He
survives at the last minute. So
yeah, so I don't know if they could do that. And everything else and all that. So all right, this is Mika. I just want that. All right, this is Mika. Just wanted to include her in the memory. No, thank you. No, I feel you out, and rest in peace, Missy.
Cheers.
And all that, you know what I mean. So I just don't know. I think Fatima's more likely. She could die in numerous ways. Childbirth would be a way for her to die. If she gives birth to the child and the child lives and she dies, that kills her. Is that satisfying enough for you if Fatima dies that way?
I mean, I don't think from the standpoint of this show, no. Unless it happens in a, oh my God, I'm like such a horrible person. Unless it happens in a really horrifying way, of the sense of like we see it in front of us, like they're doing this in front of Boyd and doing a really horrible scene that we've seen, like some horrifying pregnancy delivery.
Yeah.
I think It would be interesting, but so far the show hasn't done things like that in the sense of human issues essentially being the trauma or real life things. It's always one of the monsters or the other situations. I guess they did with the dude that was an alcoholic and but he got people killed and then it did. But I'm trying to think if there's been times where they've really, this isn't so much a character piece, and I think that's more something that would happen in a character piece situation. I think it's more in the show that they're telling right now. I would want an exterior force to cause her death somehow.
Yeah, if the monsters deliver her baby and rip the baby from her stomach and she dies, that works for me. If she just dies in the bed of blood, like we seen in House of the Dragon last year, it's just not.
It would feel like it's the wrong show. You'd be like, well, I don't know. It just wouldn't feel like the right kind of death.
I would be sad that she's dead, but I just don't think that that's like Father Kotri just couldn't die from having a heart attack, right? He had in the neck to make it work.
Exactly. He didn't die from his chest or something like that. Like Carmine.
All from
All Mod Cons.
What's going on? You're rocking with the Don Tony Teflon, Phil the Issues guy.
Yo.
Hey, Tony Teflon. You guys are so awesome. I love your channel.
Well, thank you so much.
So, okay, I have a couple questions. They're not related to like what you're talking about right now. Is that okay?
That is okay. Yep.
Okay, so I have a question about Ankui, and I have a question about the tree roots that Jade saw.
Yep.
Okay, so the whole Ankui thing. Okay, remember on Game of Thrones, Hodor,
Mm-hmm.
and remember how it meant hold the door?
Yes.
Okay, I think that this Ankui, I think it's going to be like Hodor.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think it's going to be like maybe it's a mashup of a sentence or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that sound plausible?
I sure 100% does. 100% does.
Okay. And then my other question is about Jade. So when he looks up and sees the symbol, it's the tree roots, right?
Yes.
Okay. So and we see 3 tree roots that are kind of intertwined.
Mm-hmm.
And I think those are the 3 faraway trees.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've only seen 3 so far, right?
We've seen the one with Ethan, the one by the colony house, the one in the middle of the forest, and the bottle tree one. So I do believe those are the 3. No, we've seen 4, right? And then we've seen the one Sarah and Jay got, and Sarah and Boyd went into.
Gotcha. Okay. The reason I'm asking about the faraway trees is because to me I was thinking like maybe that's where those faraway trees, maybe they're like networked. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, like you've said, that that they're not, obviously they're not trees. They're like some kind of teleportation device or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if like maybe what looks like tree roots are really, like that's really holding the cables inside for whatever's connecting them. Does that make any sense?
It does, and I agree with you that it all ends up when he looks up and it was tree roots that were up there in the symbol, and then he looks back and there's nothing there. It's just a rock. So it was just an illusion that he was seeing. That it all ties into the faraway trees. Again, when Victor's mom left, she said, "I got to go through this tree to save the children." Right. So in the end, it all comes back to the faraway trees.
Right. Cool. All right, man. Well, listen, I just wanted to call up and see what you thought about that, if it made any sense.
It sure does. 100%.
Cool. All right. Well, I love your show. You are so awesome. I love Phil. You guys are both. You're such a good team. I really enjoy watching your streams.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you for the kind words. Call back.
Oh, you're welcome.
No, don't be a stranger. Call back.
I will. Good night.
All
Bye-bye.
right, good night. So what are you thinking about the hold the door situation? Anna Cooey.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure out. Percy Garcia says he has an idea what that can mean. I'm trying to sound out what they could be saying. I think that could definitely be possible when we find out what that means. Have a sort of kind of moment. I think that's certainly a possibility. That's something that's definitely passed my thoughts before, and the Hodor thing is a great comparison.
Yeah, I think it makes more sense for it to be that than anything else. Obviously, no one knows what the Anakui means, and we see what they do with the Anakui, right? So the Anakui, what they're looking, we see them with their on side of the up, looking up at the table, right? They're all laid out on the table, which looks, you could say that looks like, patient gurneys. They're
Yep.
looking up at the light, and it seems like Anakui could have something else, like someone. And they touch Tabitha, Tabitha looking like a mother saying Anakui. You know what I mean? So
Of course, Percy.
when it's comes down to it, I think that the symbol looks like the hospital symbol a little bit too much, and that it has something to do with the hospital that these kids are in. And I think that's where Tabitha is taken to right now. And I think that's what it comes down to. It's going to be something like that.
The Anakui kids are going to be somewhere in that hospital in the alternate place that they're in. Interesting.
Yeah. We've seen it already, right? So it's not far-fetched that we've seen this. We've seen it with Julie, right? We've seen her physical body in the bed screaming, but then Boyd seen her, whatever form of her soul or whatever he was, chained up to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So we've seen two people in two different spots and everything else. So,
And Jay Sneak makes a great point. The poor guy, Hodor, he's still holding that door. We don't really know what happened. He's probably still there trying to hold that damn door.
yes, all right, let's take this call.
Poor Jay.
Call from
Percy Garcia.
What's going on? You rock with the Don Tony Teflon, Feel the Issues guy.
What's up, fellas? This is Percy Garcia calling back.
What's going on, Percy?
What's up, bud?
All right. I know exactly what Ankui means. You can accept it, take it how you leave it. Do you want to show it on the screen, or do you want me to explain it?
What do you mean?
So I can, if people can see what I'm talking about on screen, it might be more believable to them.
All right. Well, if you have a picture, what picture are you asking for?
Okay, so look up, go on Google and look up what the word. This is a two-letter. This is two words. Ang and Kui. It consists of two languages. Greek, Ang. Ang means in Greek is angry. Kui is really Clutie, which means two words, rag or tree. So the kids mean two different things in both situations that we see. When you see them ripping at Tabitha, it's because she has a red jacket on. They're saying Ang Kui, angry rag, because she has the red color on. The little goblins, the kids in the forest, they're goblins, they're gangbangers. They represent the color blue.
Okay. Wait a second. What are you talking? What kids that are in the forest? Which one?
The goblins, the kids, they're goblins.
The kids are goblins, and they with the Crips. They on the blue side.
Yes, they're on
red. They had to get out.
They're on Hades' side. They're on Hades' side. Okay. Hades is the voice that Sarah, the Oracle of Delphi, hears.
All right. No, let's just stick it to this, because we're gonna go off on a tangent here.
Exactly. That's why I need you to bring me back.
There's no doubt about it. I told you I would. So so you're saying, so they're ripping at her because they're saying angry rags. And
angry rag. They're saying I'm sorry. Brother.
And I guess
go ahead.
Your second part is going to be they looking at the thing saying angry tree.
Yes, and I'm gonna tell you why they're saying angry tree. At the same time, they're saying angry tree, and Jade, who equals the Emerald Warlock, he has the sight. This is why he sees the kids. So the same time that they're saying Ankui, they're not speaking to Jade. At the same time that they're saying Ankui, angry tree, is because Tabitha is going through the tree, the bottle tree, which is the rag tree. Look up the rag tree. In this fairy tale, the rag tree from Irish fairy tale is called, in this fairy tale, it's called the bottle tree. So with Tabitha, why they're angry is because Tabitha didn't give a blood sacrifice, meaning with that bottle, she's supposed to cut her hand, and with the rag, or she's supposed to cut her hand put her bloody hand on the tree, and then go through that tree. There's dates, and then she will go to that date that's in that bottle.
All right. Well, we seen the bloody tree, right, with Jade when he put his hand on it and blood went down his hand.
Yep.
So that
He
hurt.
does look like a fucking warlock.
You know, that does put some credence to what you're saying. You're saying that
Jade has the sight. Jade is called Jade is called the Emerald Warlock. He's the one that defeats Celine. I mean, not Celine, Hakati, who is Donna, whose real name is Eloise.
Donna's real name is Eloise?
Donna's real name is Eloise.
Isn't Eloise on Lost too?
All right.
You want me to keep going?
I don't know how you came up with Donna's name being Eloise. How is that?
This is like I said. This is going to be hard to swallow. This show is a puzzle, and it's a trap, and it's a show. It's three different things. They come, they break, they steal. The power of three and the rule of three and the rule of two is all over this show.
Like Charmed, or it's like
it's in everything. There's three explanations for everything, but they use the same component.
Let's stick to the one. How is Donna's real name Eloise?
So Donna has been there besides Victor. Okay, Donna and Eloise, they're both changeling. This is my theory. This is my analysis. They've both been there the longest. The reason why the mom left them is because she figured out who they really are, and she bounced on them. Donna is lying about her sister. It's not her sister. It's her brother, Victor. There's three poisons in this fairy tale, and there's three antidotes in this fairy tale. Remember, opposites, okay? So one of Donna, who is Hakati, who is Eloise, is what? The gardener of the labyrinth, right? She's the gardener of this evil garden.
Mm-hmm.
Her fruits and vegetables represent fae fruit. Anybody that knows. It makes you forget, and it makes you totally susceptible. This is why the people in the colony house, they have memory ceremonies.
All right.
So that's
the fae fruit dealing with the fairies and everything. Okay. I know a lot of people.
If the peaches are a clue.
I know a lot of people like to on to that, and I would never say that it's not right. Could be a situation like that. The Donna thing, I don't, me personally, brother, and I no disrespect, you know, I'm just, I don't see the Donna Eloise thing. I don't see that. Donna
Look, I understand. Like I said, I understand people are not gonna. This is why I really want the showrunners to hear me, because people aren't going to understand this right away. It's going to take a little bit to understand. It's going to take a lot of research to understand. This is a very intricate puzzle and a very intricate trap. And it wasn't until I started having fun with this and experiment that I started putting the pieces together.
No, that listen.
And
Julie Barber.
Let me correct my.
I'm sorry. Julie Barber says, "Oh wow, this is fascinating. Donna is the right age to be Victor's sister, and he forgot he even had a sister. So you never know."
She wants him to forget.
All right.
She doesn't want Victor to know who she really is, who they really are.
Okay.
This is part of the trap. So the showrunners are also tricking the viewer. This is what I'm trying to get everybody to explain. This is what I'm trying to explain, get everybody to understand. Even the viewer is in the trap. Us, all of us, we're in this trap.
I feel you on that. I feel you that's what a mystery box show is. That they put you in it.
It's no more crazy than stuff Taryn was.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Not
at all. You know what I mean? So I will say that I don't think that Donna's Eloise. I could give you reasons why. I don't.
Go ahead.
All right. So this is what I think happened with Eloise and Victor, and this is my theory and what I think happened then. I think the mom really wanted to save the children. She knew that Christopher was going crazy. That's why she said, hide here. When I come back, we will all be able to go home. I think that she left. She ran out there. We see Eloise run after her. Victor's too scared to leave. I think that Christopher catches up with them, and then the mother shoves Eloise in the tree to get her away, and Christopher kills the mother out there. Victor comes out and sees the mother. I think Eloise is in the hospital. She gets out. When we look at Victor, right, and we look at before he put Tabitha in the tree, he specifically put in his lunchbox, and they opened it up to show. They gave it a lunch back. He put the crayon that Eloise used to draw inside of that lunchbox, and he put a couple of other pictures that Eloise drew inside of that lunchbox. So I think they did that so that when she goes out there and she goes into that hospital, she's going to find Eloise, who's going to believe none of that happened. And when she sees Victor's lunchbox plus the stuff in it, she's going to realize that she really was in Fromville and help Tabitha get back before she gets killed. I think that's what they were trying to set up, and that's why they did it. So that's the reason why I don't believe that Donna is Eloise.
Okay, I can give you my analysis. Whether you accept it or not, I'm just giving you my point of view.
Go right ahead.
You made a couple points, and I can give you my point of view from everyone. So Christopher, who Christopher is, he's influenced. So you remember how you talking about these fourth dimension beings that are, these are the Roman gods. These are Roman deities. Christopher is Hades. This is why the mom, who is not their real mom, I'm telling you, I'm willing to bet that that's not their real mom. She found out that they were changelings, and this is why she left them there.
All right, so you got everyone not related. You got Boyd is not the son of Ellis, and now the mother is not the mother of Victor and Eloise.
Okay. So part of the problem of this place, remember I was talking about balance?
Yeah.
All these families are unbalanced. Because if you know who Zeus is a man whore. Zeus, he likes his coochie.
Uh-huh.
He digged down Tabitha. He found out Julie wasn't his, so he stole his bootstrings back from a gift that he gave to Tabitha. He stole those back. That's why they're there in Fromville.
All right, wait.
He banged the shit. Hold on.
Right,
He banged Kenny's mom.
Wait a second. Let me stop you here. So in order for that to be true, we would have to accept the fact that Tabitha fucked Jim's father, because that's where she got the bootstraps from, right?
Zeus. Yes.
So we're saying to believe that Tabitha fucked Jim's father right when she met Jim, because she gave it to him early.
This is part of the family. This is why all the family dynamics in the show is fucked up. I'm gonna make sure
we on the same page. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
every family dynamic that you see in Fromville is fucked up, because one of those people in those families is an offspring of Zeus.
All right.
This is why the dynamic is fucked up between the families. Every family. He even banged Kenny's mom. He made Percy. Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
I don't mean.
Hold on. You want to know how I know? You want to know how I know?
1 second.
You want to know how I know? You know what's the clue?
1 second. Zeus is fucking everybody.
Oh yeah, I mean Zeus fucked everybody.
Hey, look him up.
He fucking everybody. He fucked Kenny's mom. He fucked Tabitha.
Yes.
That part of the story tracks. Zeus.
He likes
everybody. Zeus fucking the whole town.
He
fucks everybody in this town is a family that has been fucked up because of Zeus fucking the wife. I'm telling you.
So all right, so
that part makes sense. No,
I mean, Zeus,
I understand that this is going to be. I understand that this is hard to swallow, and this is going to take a while for people to digest.
That's what a lot of people say to Zeus.
I'm just looking for a platform
slinging that dick, Zeus.
He's like, it's hard to
Yes.
swallow, Tony. Yeah,
Yes.
He's in fucking Colony House, fucking everybody.
Zeus, it's hard
Yes.
to swallow. That's the most.
Celine's his daughter. So the colony house is Zeus's temple. This is why Hecate, Donna, aka Eloise, Zeus gives Hecate this realm. And Selene is his daughter. This is why Zeus lets them and King Elise dwell in his temple, the colony house. This place is very old. This place has been rebuilt many times. And excuse me, let me rephrase. This is not, let me not tie this to Clash of the Titans. This story is its own story. This is his own modern day telling of the war of the Greek gods, sprinkled with Irish mythology, and in season 3 we will see Japanese mythology.
And so we're saying that Zeus fucked Fatima's mother. She fucked the chick that
Everybody, Tony. Everybody.
I'm just trying to make sure we're talking
He fucked
everyone.
all these people. Look,
Everyone in
if
here,
you-
anyone in here in Colony House fucking is on some incest shit, basically.
Yes.
yes, you know why?
Okay.
And this is why there's no relationship in Colony House. Only relationship that exists is Ellis and Fatima. Did you notice that? And also, Kenny speaks 2 different languages, a different language to his mom and a different language to his dad.
I don't know. I didn't pick that up. I'll have to go back
Yes,
and check.
I'm telling you, they trick you with words.
You married couple.
Tony, I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to help you guys figure out this puzzle.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you doing that because I'm trying and I'm here to follow.
Every
you know
bit,
what I mean?
every bit counts.
That's what I'm all about. But I'm gonna have to. You call back. We'll definitely take your call. I got some super chats. I got gifts I got to get to. This theory went somewhere I didn't think it was gonna go, bro. You know what I mean? It did.
And nobody's talking about this.
No, we gonna talk.
I even want.
No, you gonna come on here, and I'm going to give you.
No, but he's
the floor.
But he's no one's talking. Like this is new stuff.
Listen,
That's why
if the showrunners are listening, I'm looking for a job.
So you got time on your hands, you're saying?
Listen,
Join the club, man.
Because I was going to. I'm not going to lie. I was looking for a platform because I don't know how you feel with name dropping, but I'm on a part of another Discord that I've been terrorizing for the past couple of weeks. Nobody's listening to me, and I understand because it's not what everybody else is saying. It's not what everybody else is seeing, and I understand that it's not going to be easy to digest right away. But when the right person hear this, they're going to be like, "Who the fuck? What the fuck?"
No. Listen, I'll tell you straight up. When people have stuff that a lot of people don't think, they could be the one to be right in the end. So I'll definitely. You ain't got to worry. You can join the Escaping From Discord. All right, join that Discord. That's our Discord, and I put all your theories in there and everything. We definitely love to hear it, and we're gonna definitely. And I swear to you, I'm a man of my word. Have you on here? We're gonna bring you. I don't know if you want to be on camera, not any way you want to run it, and give you the floor for an hour, 2 hours, whatever it takes to get your theory down. So I'm gonna give you a chance to note it out, put it on paper the way you want it to flow, and then I'm gonna give you the floor just to go through the whole thing.
Okay, if somebody could drop the Discord on, I appreciate it, and I'll reach out to you personally.
Put the Discord in the chat right now.
Yeah, and if I can, no weird business, but if I could reach out to you personally, we can have a conversation, and I can probably explain better in detail what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I want you to map it out. I want you to, get the notes in the order you want to talk about it. You can hit me up, Teflon TV on Facebook. We can map it out. You show me the map, and I'll hit you right in the row the way you map it out, so that it comes out the way you definitely want it to come out. You know what I mean? I want you to, because right now you're saying a lot, and understand because you want to get a lot out right now, and it's your second time calling back, so you want to get a lot out. I want you to get your thoughts ready, get them together, give me this thing. I will take the clip notes. I will ask you the questions right in order, so that way it's clear for and concise, so everyone can get it.
Appreciate you. Appreciate the opportunity. Appreciate your platform.
All right, brother. I expect to hear from you in a little bit then. Thanks for the call. Call back again, man. We'll be up in here.
To be honest with you, man, I got to get up early, so because if not, I'm gonna be on this all night. I got a Jersey run in the morning, so.
All right, yeah.
Everybody have a blessed good night.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Purse. Peace.
Yep.
Listen, Phil, there's a lot going on there.
A lot going on there. Good call. Good.
Great call. And Purse is a great. He always in the chat. He's always rocking.
He's been around for.
So listen, we got 10 gifted memberships from Luna. Thank you, Luna, for the gifted memberships. Do we know who the new members are that she gifted?
I do. Give me 1 second. I'm scrolling up. I do know one of them. We'll talk about one of them in a second here. The gifted memberships are, thank you, Luna, Dr. Deb, True DC Fan, Quan Solar, Justin White, Phil the Issues Guy.
You are now a member, Phil.
I'm now a member again. Jay Sleek was gifted a membership by Luna. Evan Reed was gifted a membership by Luna. Mr. Friedman was gifted a membership by Luna. And QD, Quiet on Dasset, or was gifted. I think half the fun is listening to Tony and I try to butcher your names.
Yeah, that's no doubt. Thank you for the super chat, Fernandez T. He says, sorry, person, you didn't mention aliens, so you're wrong. Listen, you ain't got to agree with me with the aliens things. He's not wrong. We don't know if he's wrong. I don't agree with the Donna thing. I don't agree with the Zeus being the Dron Jeremy and from the slanging, clapping the cheeks, doing this thing. I don't know if he fucked everybody's mother. It's a lot of mothers.
I mean, if it is Zeus is in the story, I buy that he would do that. But
yeah, if he's in the story, listen, even though, let's put it like this, even though Zeus is in the story, Zeus is hitting a lot of bit, he didn't hit the whole planet.
And by Zeus, we're talking about like No Holds Barred, Tiny Lester, right?
Are we talking about Tiny Lester?
Is that what we're talking about? That's Zeus, right?
Yes, that is what it is, right? Yeah, I just don't know.
Oh, quiet on the set. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I don't know if Zeus got the time, because usually he'd be turning into snakes and seducing people and everything else. You know, I don't know. It just I just. Let's listen, Tommy Guns Frank. It's not the case. He's like, if it ain't aliens, you want to agree. That's not true. So that's not. I'm saying that if it was, I don't believe. I'm not saying anything about his whole theory. I'm saying I don't believe that Donna is Victor's sister.
Right. Beyond all of that, just on
all the other stuff. I don't know. I need to hear more. But that specific thing, and that's what I brought up, and that has nothing to do with aliens at all, right?
Or Greek gods or anything.
I think that Eloise is Donna. I gave you my explanation of why I think what's going to happen with Eloise, and my information that I just gave you is from what I picked apart from the show itself and what I've seen there and everything else. You know what I mean? So I don't see any other reason for Victor to give Tabitha his lunch pail that had Eloise's crayon holder and pictures that Eloise drew inside of it in order, unless Eloise was going to see it and remember it. There's no other reason. You think he really gave it to her for snacks or anything like that? He gave it to her to remember. She's going to remember she was there, because when she gets out, Tabitha, they're going to try to convince her she's crazy, that she never was there, that she was just on the side of the road. They picked her up, that she was never there. And they're going to try to convince her. And then she's going to find that lunch pail, because they're going to hide it from her. She's going to find it, and it's going to snap her back. She already knows she's not crazy, but they're going to try to gaslight her and make her think she is. And the other things inside of it are all going to be reminded, because he gave her the picture that he drew of Julie inside of the lunch pail. Mm-hmm. The one when Julie was asleep, they put that in there so that they may try to convince Tabitha she ain't even got fucking kids, that she's just single, she ain't married.
She's on some Total Recall trip.
Yeah, they try to convince her and all that. And when she sees that lunch pail and she sees the picture of Julie drawn, and she's gonna know, no, I know I was right. I'm not fucking crazy that these people are trying to commit. And I think the stuff in there for Eloise is for Eloise, and Eloise will help her escape back to Fromville when it's all said and done at the end of the season. That's why I say it. I'm not saying it because I'm just pulling it out of my ass. All right. I'm saying I'm giving you reasons why I feel this way. Now, when Percy was saying that Zeus fucked everybody, that's his opinion, but he has to, that's why I'm having him back on, explain exactly what in the show had him form this opinion.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I need to know.
I'm thinking Percy watched American Gods, or it is, American Gods not too long ago. It did sound interesting, but it sounded more. Someone said it. I put the comment up earlier. Quan said it. Colin made from American Gods, which isn't necessarily like a great show. I tend to think that this show is just pushing it in another direction. But again, that's an opinion thing. I would love to hear more of Percy's theory and how that plays out.
Peace out, Jen. Thank you for stopping by. I hope one day we get to ride horses together. I would love to ride horses with Jen. Jen's the horse lady, right? She rides the horse. I would love that. And as for all you people, and again, we're talking about gods, right? We're just talking about gods, Zeus, and all these things with gods. But again, when you deal with gods, right, you're dealing with other dimensions. And you don't have to ask me about this. You could see what the expert that I interviewed told you about gods and other dimensions.
We have all sorts of stories, mythologies, legends that could be interpreted as gods, who in reality were misinterpreted extraterrestrials.
To that point, Tony, in Star Trek, the Next Generation, the Q could definitely appear to some people as gods, but they're just a more evolved species that has these extra powers and stuff like that. And ultimately, they're just sort of another alien creature. The Bajoran wormhole aliens from Deep Space Nine. Another thing could be viewed at by certain lights as gods, but ultimately they're wormhole aliens that use science with the orbs and stuff like that, and I don't know what the Q used to manifest, but probably they figured out how to do quick replication by snapping their fingers. There's probably science there somewhere too. So I think your expert has a point.
Exactly. No doubt about it. Birdie, we're gonna get to you, Latif, in 1 second. Birdie Bloom says, Tony, do you believe they're all dead? No, I don't believe they're all dead. Phil, do you believe they're all dead?
No, I don't think this is anything to do with death or the waiting room for the afterlife kind of situation. I don't think this
you
is.
Gotta understand, like when the showrunners cast out the show, and then we seen Jim and them say, Jim's like, all right, let's write on the wall, let's make a wall and write down what we think is going on. And the number one thing Tabitha wrote was, did we survive the crash? Right? You have to think that the showrunners knew that people were going to think this. That's why they wrote that there. So they had Tabitha go ask Father Kotri, and he said specifically that no, we're not dead. The showrunners put that in there because they knew that people were going to be speculating about the show, and they wanted to eliminate one of the speculations. That's why they did it in season 1, to let you know they are not dead. Latif says this: Alaskan Native religion involves meditation between people and spirits, souls, and other immortal beings. And a Kui, intellectual and spiritual figure in Intuit culture, who corresponds to a medicine man. Is that true? A medicine man is, and again, if it does, it just leads credence to what I just said, right? If it means medicine man, and I told you that the symbol looks exactly like the hospitals, not exactly, but close enough to the hospital that Tabitha's in symbol, right? And they showed you that for a reason. These kids look like they were on patients' beds when they were laid out on the rocks. That this has to do with the hospital experimenting on these children and the other people there. So that could be what's going on there, and that's what medicine man would mean. So yeah, I agree with you on that situation, but I do think it's a situation. Don't be saying that dude's name 3 times up in this motherfucker, man.
No, Beetlejuice.
No, Phil. I had no time to deal with Michael Keaton's head.
What was that whole thing when you go into the bathroom, say Bloody Mary into the mirror a bunch of
Yeah.
times? And stuff
Have
like
you ever done it?
I never made it all.
I was
But
scared. I
there
was
was
doing that.
there was one night on some mushrooms where I got close, but I've always turned
I
away.
won't do that shit now.
I think it's like 8 times, or
No, it's like 10. I think it's 10 the Bloody
10,
Mary.
10 or
You
something.
got to turn your back on the mirror and then say
that
the Bloody Mary. And then when you turn around, she's supposed to be in the mirror ready to kill your ass.
Tony, we live alone now. I'm scared. You know, I don't
Yeah, no, listen, I'm doing it. I'm bringing the gun with me.
just
right?
in case.
Yeah, I'm bringing the gun with me, and I'm gonna have a mirror. I'm gonna have the mirror, a small mirror in my hand, like a trick shot, looking back at the mirror. And then
so you can do a quick, so you can do like a quick reflect, like
under the armpit,
like a Carlito move or something. Yeah,
under the armpit is coming.
Don't say that. Stop it. You've been said twice in the chat right now. Quan, I am Jet. Don't. No one say that again.
Yeah, no, I ain't doing that shit, man.
No,
I don't trust that shit. Because I listen, these things. Listen, do I believe someone can come through the mirror and kill? I don't know, and I'm not trying to find out because I ain't that victim. I ain't that victim. We got a phone
That's the point. Whether it can happen or not, I don't want to be put in a position to find out.
Exactly.
I'm not rolling those dice.
Vernicia.
To accept, press 1. To send
What's going on? You're rocking with the Don Tony Teflon. Fill the issues guy. Who are we speaking to?
Hey, Tony, and hello to Phil. It's Vernicia.
What's going on?
And I just have one quick question.
Yes.
Do we think that Boyd is evolving because of the spider bites?
Oh.
And also the my blood is your blood?
I think that the spider bites cured his Parkinson's disease. I think that's what that was meant for. And I think that if we're dealing with experiments, Boyd could have been brought in for Parkinson's, and his experiment could be to help cure Parkinson's disease. As for evolving because he had the parasites in his body, from what we know, all the parasites are out of his body when he put him in the smile monster, because he's never had the same pain inside of him since he's done that. So I don't know if he would evolve because of that. They're already out of his body. I think if they would have stayed in his body, then yes, he could have turned into a Martin situation, which Martin said specifically that the only thing was keeping him alive were the parasites in his body. And that's why he wanted to get rid of them. So these parasites somehow have the ability to extend life.
Okay, so do we think these will also affect Ellis?
Why so? Why would it affect Ellis?
Because of the transfusion.
Did he give the transfusion to Ellis when he had the parasites in his body?
I'm trying to remember. I feel like he did, but maybe I missed something. I'm back watching it over again.
I would have to know if he did give him the worms during the transfusion. I'm not sure, but if he did, everyone's saying yes, then 100% it's going to affect Ellis. And that's something I missed, and we definitely are going to see some type of after effects with that with Ellis. 100%.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see what's going to happen.
So we're divided. People are saying yes. Some people are saying no. I will have to go back and look it up because RJ says no, he didn't. He told Ellis it's worse than death. That's why he didn't do it. He says he gave him the blood after he gave the smile the blood. So I think he did. A lot of people, yeah. So Ellis does.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. I'm back on season 1, so I have to get back to it before season 3 gets rolling.
I hear you. But no, if he did, then yes, Ellis, no doubt would be affected by it. But who knows? Maybe that the fact that they were in there, they changed something about his blood that Ellis could be affected by.
Yeah, well, whatever happens, I will be right here listening to your theories because this is just a joy every time I get to hear what you're saying and what everybody else says. It's always interesting, never boring, and always fun.
Well, thank you so much. We try to keep it entertaining here. We try to be good hosts. Yeah, we don't want you to get bored.
And I can't wait for the con. Let's go.
Let's go. We'll have the con. I can't wait to see you at the con.
Yeah, I'm so excited to meet everybody.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. We're gonna see everybody. We're all gonna get together. We're all gonna hang out and have a good time.
All right, and get one of them shirts.
Yep. Next thing, I will have the link to all the shirts. So next stream.
All right. Well, be breezy, and I'll talk to you later.
All right. Stay up.
All right. Bye-bye.
So Tony, I want to talk a little bit about, well, it would be kind of cool if Boyd developed Spider-Man powers. Like, that would be amazing if the bite created that, but I do agree with you about it curing him. As for the evolution thing of Boyd, the only thing I could think to just kind of try to go down on that rabbit hole a little bit would be that since Boyd has survived a couple of things now, maybe he has built up some sort of, like, they can't just kill him anymore for whatever reason. Something he's created some sort of block or something, which is why they're torturing him and they want to break him before they kill him. Like, they can't kill him. I don't know, but I do know that's been done in other shows, or, certain ways. If people, because he killed one of them, they can't kill him for some reason, so they need to, until they just want to torture him. So there's many possibilities of him evolving in a sense of evolving resistances to some of the challenges in Fromville.
I see. Hero Gaming says, Teflon TV, have you seen the new Bad Boys? And what's your favorite Bad Boys movie? Mine is part 1. There's something about Will Smith running through Miami sweating his shirt open. Did he? I listen, my favorite Bad Boy movie wouldn't be because Will Smith's shirt's open. That's just me.
Party in the
But if that's why you like it, hey, I would suggest you watch the Ali movie then, because he's got his shirt off. The whole Ali movie. I would say that, for you to watch it. I would say Bad Boys 1 is probably the best one.
One or two. Two.
One or two. 2 is great too.
2 is really good. 2 might be my favorite, but 1 or 2 probably.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Martin makes those movies.
Super chat right here. Mika says, I want an autographed shirt. Are you accepting designs? I will give you an autographed shirt. It depends what the design is. Right now, I'm just we're doing this freestyle and everything else, but it depends what the design is. I will have to look at it and everything. But if you came up with a design and I put the shirt out there, I'll give you a percentage of the proceeds, without a shadow of a doubt. Or I'll make it a limited edition run and then give you the whole money. You can have all the money that sells, straight up. That's what it is, and all that. Carrie says Boyd is the hardest to break in town. Therefore, he's the most entertaining for the entity. Yeah, I agree.
Fair point. Yeah,
he is the hardest to break. Again, we talked about it. Even if Ellis dies, if Fatima gives birth to his grandchild, he has a reason to go on. He always has a reason to go on. When other people wouldn't have a reason to go on, Boyd, and I would say Donna too. Donna has no tie. Donna would be very hard to break in this, because she really has no ties. Even if Fatima would be her biggest, I would think, is her biggest tie to anyone. But I think she would get over it.
Tony, she already lost the biggest thing she could lose already. What is there? Unless someone's holding, her sister's actually alive and someone's holding her hostage, I don't think anything is going to break Donna at this point. If she was it's like John Cusack in High Fidelity screaming at the girl that broke his heart. If you wanted to break my heart, you should have got to me earlier. Like, Donna, you can't fuck with her. She's gonna spit as they're taking her out. She doesn't care.
Yeah, Crazy Donut says come and cosplay to the con. We'll do a cosplay competition. Phil's coming as Kenny.
Yeah, Kenny. I mean, Jade would be the logical, like Jade with the crazy hair. Jade, maybe this.
No, you gotta come as Kenny, bro.
You want me in the sheriff? You want me in the sheriff costume?
You gotta. I gotta come as Boyd.
Because you just want to hold me in front of everybody. Let's get Kenny laid. Let's get Kenny laid.
I gotta cover his Boyd, the first one, and you gotta cover his Kenny. It makes perfect sense.
That works.
That's the only way we'll have to go. I'll get an Afro wig and all this. And
I'll get my hair up in a bun,
and I'll get it shaped to Boyd's hairstyle. And I will come.
I'll get my hair in a bun. And I'll get the.
I'll find a jacket that's 4X. And I'll bring the bell.
Are you gonna dye part of your beard white?
I just I really don't have to dye to do that.
dude, you're nothing. This by the end of this year is gonna be. I'm gonna have the Santa Claus by.
I wish, in all honesty, if my beard goes white and everything, just go the whole way.
Right. That's what I'm almost annoyed. In fairness, that like there's like some on the side that's
I don't want none of that. I just the whole thing. Let it be white. I'll come out here white bearded straight up. If the whole thing was white right now, I will come out here white bearded up.
By Christmas, I'm probably gonna have very close to the Santa Claus. Like it's gonna be very. It's going quick. The mustache is the last basket.
My sister in here got jokes about that dies. You over here got jokes. Watch yourself.
Is he just fermenting you? Is she
trying to watch herself? Goddamn it. Watch herself.
With 2 points. People would say, no, I gotta be Jim. Do I have to like start talking about my I can do
you can do Jim, but it's best if we did that. And I'm saying you can come as another time as Jim.
But the thing is, like, I don't have to do a costume to do Jim. I just have to shave my mustache or something.
That's it. And just pull your hair back and just put
my hair in a certain way.
A little mousse in there and everything.
Just get like a regular shirt. Like it wouldn't really be me dressing up to do Jim. I just have to shave my beard.
Yeah, it'd be great to see someone come in as Victor. You know, it would be great to see that. I mean, the real ones would be obviously the monsters, right? The cosplayers, the monsters would be the ones that actually have costumes that we would recognize. The Milkman monster, the Cowboy monster, Smiley. You know, those would be the ones to cosplay. If I was going to say that, that's what you'd have to start.
Especially ones that could change somehow. You know, start out normal and then show the monster side.
All right, Luna has a big question here. Let's go to her. She said, each of our main characters have been psychologically tested. They almost at the end of their ropes. Maybe the death will not be physical, but psychologically broken. From Bill with Penn. I agree. I do think they've been psychologically tested. And I think that has something to do with everything. We talked about the fear going into the forest, and it feeds on the fear and everything else. And again, when they say that it feeds on fear from the forest, they're trying to make you believe that it's some type of magical shit.
Tony, do you think it's like Ghostbusters 2 where the slime is feeding off the bad vibes of New York City?
I don't think there's any feeding going on. I just think it's testing.
Okay, fair.
And they're trying to make you think that, oh, it's feeding. There's no feed. It's just testing. As Sarah said, her brother had dreams of cicadas, right? And now all of a sudden we've seen it. I just think that somehow they were in the dreams, or maybe they knew that about him and everything else. And that's what Carla Way says. She's gonna come as cicada.
Yeah, I got to see this.
I want to see it. Perfect. He's gonna see you as cicada, Carla Way. She's gonna be there in the cicada situation and stuff like that, and all that good stuff.
But yeah, I definitely think Boyd is somebody that at this point they're getting way more psycho off on getting him mentally broken. And I think if we've seen anything and we want to take anything concrete from the trailer, which the speculation is awesome, wondering who the foot and all these things, the thing that this trailer has absolutely told us, and you've said it repeatedly, Tony, they said, talking about, I just was gonna say it's like, I want to break you. They want, or no, that's Ivan Drago. They want to break Boyd. And they've made that very clear in this trailer that if we're going to teaser, it looks like this season is going to be dedicated to psychologically breaking Boyd.
We're going to take this. Heroes Gaming, as a Red Sox fan, it's not Aliens. As a Yankee fan, you ain't doing shit this year. All right.
Call from
Percy Garcia.
To accept, press 1.
Percy, man, I don't want to keep you up all night, bro. You're making me feel bad now.
Yo, I swear to God, Tony, this is my last. I'm going to bed after this.
All right.
But I just want to offer y'all a point of view of how my mind works. Speaking of the lunchbox, I'm going to answer your question.
Okay.
So when you look at that lunchbox, if you have that freeze frame in your mind, what do you see? And I'll tell you what I see. You see the lunchbox, right? And then you see the thermos, you see the picture of Julie, and then you see the egg, right?
Inside of the lunchbox, bro. You're talking about
inside of the lunchbox.
And that's inside of the lunchbox. And there's an egg in there, I do believe, too.
Okay. I'm going to tell you what the puzzle is. Everybody's having a singular mindset when they're looking at this. So the lunchbox is the square. The square represents the trap. In that trap, inside that lunchbox, where they are, is a picture of Julie, which is Julie, an egg, which represents Ethan, and a thermos, which represents Jim, who is influenced by Odin. Good night.
All right, good night, brother.
Okay.
Good night.
Drop it.
That was very confidently put.
Yeah. I like it.
I don't know how Jim represents a thermos.
I don't know either, but he said it so confidently that
it was very confident.
It made me want to believe, Tony.
It did. Jim is the thermos. I don't understand how he's the thermos.
Jim
Ethan
is
the egg.
Yep, the egg.
The egg is Ethan.
He is birthed by the thermos. No. What was Tabitha? Did he say anything about Tabitha?
I don't know what he said about that.
Was Tabitha anything?
He's something. I don't know. I don't know. He's got to come back and explain that.
No, he's gonna come back in and tell us.
Carrie asked Tony, "What's the size of your shirt?" This is a large shirt that I'm wearing right here, right now. I'm a pretty big dude, so you know what I mean. So this is a large shirt that I'm rocking right now. Again, we have women's sizes and women's shirts and stuff like that. So the women cut shirts and everything else. So you be able to get it. You don't have to get the man. Not that this is a man version, but they do. You know what I'm talking about when I say. And we charging the same price for all of it. So that way, I was going to do different prices and everything else, but I figured let's just set one straight price for everything across the board, and that'll just be it and everything else. So that there's no issues around there and all that. Listen. I don't even know what to say to that. And I need to hear more. You know what I mean? I do, because I don't know about the thermos and Jim. I just don't. I don't get it. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. You feel?
No, I mean, I'm trying to smoke enough to see it, but I'm not quite there. But I do like listening to Percy talk about it.
I do, and we're gonna definitely have him back on here.
He presents his case in an entertaining fashion, so that's what
sure
I
does. You look at he's like we ain't looking at the same thing. You look at this box, I see a square. I didn't see a circle. I see the square too. I didn't think it was a octagon when I seen it. So he got to tell me some more before we get up in this and everything else. Definitely we're gonna have to hear. Or need a more explanation. It's just that he's just rushing because he ain't had time to explain it. You know what I mean? So I need more explanation before we get into it and everything else and all that good stuff and everything else out there and all that. But yeah, I appreciate it. I love everything. As my sister says, my sister's right here. She said, I love Percy. We love Percy too. We love Percy too. Percy doing a thing out there representing New Jersey. You know what I mean? And everything else. Let's take this right here. Jocelyn White. Hey, Tony Teflon. Phil Issues guy. Would you rather go on an adventure with Boyd and risk dying or stay in the town and try to live a normal life? All right, Phil, you take it away.
Okay, if I'm in this kind of situation long term, I'd like to think that I'd be one of the people going out on the adventures, going out and helping out. But really, am I the one that's best served? Does Boyd ask for my help? Or am I just going to be there and pissing him off the whole time and he's yelling at me because I'm having to keep up? Am I like Charlie on Lost, where I'm just tagging along because I want to tag along and make myself useful, where I should be back at camp playing a bongo drum and keep people entertained at Colony House, which would probably be my best use in this kind of situation, keeping people sane with doing a podcast with Tony from Colony House and playing bongos in the late night hours. But I would like to think that I would want to try to be a part of the solution of going out. But that being said, Tony, if you go out with Boyd, you're a red shirt, for another Star Trek reference. You're fodder. Like he's making it out. You're dying. I mean, Sarah made it back with him for the most part, but really your risk of dying is very high if you're around Boyd, because they're gonna miss him and they're gonna hit you. It's just gonna happen. So I would say I'd do it, but I'd end up dead.
All right. It all depends of how big the booties are in Colony House. If we're dealing with a bunch of big booty ladies, a sexy, it ain't got to be big. It's got to be shapely, and it's got to have a long ass crack. If we're dealing with a bunch of those, enough, and I have alcohol, I have some marijuana. If I got back into smoking, which I would get back into smoking.
Yeah, if you were stuck in Fromville, you're getting back into smoking for the first time.
And I'm there, and I'm the sexy man in town. I mean, for me right now, looking at me, I go to Colony House and run that motherfucker. Like, there ain't no one doing nothing. You know what I mean? Because I'll be honest, you know what I mean? I do the job. I go in there and do the job. I'm looking at the dudes in there. They don't look very special. They don't look like I got to worry about them. So
you're not sweating porn stash?
Yeah, no, I'm not worried about porn stash. I mean,
he's gone now, but
so listen, if it came down to that, and that's what I'm dealing with, I'm staying. I'm fucking boy. Go do your thing, son. Do your thing. When you get it, let me know. But until then, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna hold this down. I'm gonna keep this going, and you do what you gotta do. Why am I gonna go out there for?
So you're not going on missions to try to save the day. You're hanging out at Colony House.
Let me explain something to you, Phil.
I mean, I am too, Tony.
I feel you, but let me explain something to you, Phil.
I see a hero in you, Tony. Let me be cheesy.
Yes. These women,
there's a hero in you, Tony.
They would see a hero in me every time I was there, right? And I would say, I
think you're bullshitting. I think if you were in the situation, you would be trying to find a way out of there.
I would listen, not if it's like that. Trudy, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. I'd tell right there. Listen, black people don't make it out of this situation, and send 2 black people out. You know, one of us ain't making it back. I mean, usually one black person don't make it back. Now we're gonna send 2 out there? No, that's just bucking the odds, bro. That's just bucking the odds. I ain't trying. No. The odds are way against me. Odds are better for me to chill up in this piece right here and keep and being Zeus in this motherfucker. I'll be the Zeus in this.
Cody's gonna be Zeus in the I'm
gonna be Zeus up in this.
Like I'm Zeus in that fucking situation.
I'm Zeus up in here. That's the way it would have to go, because I can't go. I let Boyd keep doing
King Kong has nothing on me, motherfucker.
Yeah, I got you, Boyd. Do your thing, brother. I give him a pound and send him on his way, and I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? That's just the bottom. When you send 2 black people out, we let one making it back. There's no way 2 making it back. Ain't no way 2 making it back. I've seen these movies. I know what goes on.
We watched way too many movies.
Yeah, that's not happening to me. You know what I mean? I'm not dumb enough to try to sleep with a monster either, like porn stash. You know what I mean? No. Ain't nothing like that gonna happen with me. I don't care how hot she is now. Molly hot as hell. I ain't gonna lie. Molly hot as hell, but you ain't killing me. I got too much to live for. I'm good up in here.
Not in that situation.
Nah, I would have took that one chick up in there that like to take stuff. I've dealt with a lot of women who like to take stuff. I would have gifted her everything. What you want that? You want that sweater, girl? I'll go
make sure you lock all your valuables in the safe.
Like Trudy, I'd be like, Trudy, baby, what you want? You want that sweater? I got it for you, girl. Don't worry, I got you. And I go take that shit. I wouldn't even have to, I just take it. No one gonna say nothing. And I'm just gonna be like, hey, I'll get it back to you. Don't worry. And that would just be it. So now, then I go down to the pancake house and I see Kenny's mom. I'll be like, what's good, shorty? How you doing now? These pancakes is looking sexy. Give a little squeeze on the hiney.
Can you make me some Johnny cakes?
I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna run Kenny's mom, and I'll run Kenny's mom over there, so that way I make sure that I get the best breakfast and lunch. You know, you gotta do things. I'm
Yeah,
sure
you gotta take care of it. Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do to get these things right. I'm gonna run that. I'm gonna go over there and run that. And you know what I mean?
Put in a good word for me so I can get my eggs done my way.
That's right. Listen, I'm about this life, bro. I would do what I gotta do. Sarah in there, she the waitress. She got the hot coffee. She gonna get this hot D right here, and then my coffee gonna be hot every time. Ain't no one gonna want me to go. Hey, no, everyone gonna want me. Nurse, I get medical aid. I'm gonna give her medical aid. And that's just gonna be it. That way, if I ever need an IV, she gonna come to me first. All right, this is what it is. I'm hitting it all. I'm going through.
Thank you, Shorty, for getting the Johnny Cakes reference.
I'm working everybody. I'm working everybody. I'm going through it. That's just the way it's gonna be. That's it. I wouldn't even have to worry about the monsters killing me. These dudes will try to kill me. We gotta get him out of here.
I wouldn't need to do it for protection. I'd be all about Donna.
Now they be like, we gotta get this dude out of here. He's smashing everything. He thinks he's Zeus.
That's he thinks he's Zeus.
He gotta go. He gotta go.
Theo says it wouldn't be the monsters. Syphilis would take you out, Tony.
I think those women are clean. I ain't worried about it. The woman is clean. Hey, the woman is clean. I had Christy whip me up a condom for everything else.
Yeah,
like
Christy's like, again, she's got the professor from
she'll make a condom out of a coconut in there.
And she'll cure anything with the little shot.
My sister said, I'm definitely spending the night in the box. I definitely am. You're correct about that.
and Crypt, you know, like I know the smartest place to sleep in Colony House. You know,
every night I'll be in the box. I'll be in the box every night. Every night I'll be up in there. Like that dude who got killed out there, whose family got killed because he slept in the bar. I would have been in his house. Like, don't worry about this dude. He alcoholic, man. Lock that door, mommy. Come here, shorty. Let me get you to bed. I would have put the daughter to bed, then I would have put the mom.
I have an extra talisman to put in the other side.
That would have been it. And no one would have got killed then. No one had to worry because I would put the daughter to bed, laid it down, the story, and then I would have dicked the mom to sleep. And then that would have been if he would have came in there and just seen me walking around, I would have answered his door butt naked, and that would just be it. I was like, "What you want, son? What you want? You gave up on your family. Go back to that bar. Keep drinking, son."
Cole is right. Teflon Zeus is crazy.
My sister, you talking about?
Oh, yeah, that's your sister.
Yeah, that's my sister.
Yeah, she's right.
I be all out there, man. I'm throwing more than lightning bolts. I'll tell you that.
I will throw my
listen, people like, oh, no antibiotics. That Tony getting the real mind. Everyone good. Ain't no one in there we heard yet. It got anything.
This is a reality. This is Fromville.
We ain't heard that one person got any disease and nothing up in there. You seen dudes getting ridden on the couch when we walked through the Colony House in broad day.
Yeah, Colony House is pretty wild.
Right? It was like the Playboy Mansion. So come on. And these dudes, I'm be honest, ain't special.
Yeah, they're not like stars. There's no
grotto. I didn't see anyone in that is special. So I ain't worried about them at all. And that's it.
Mr. Bojangles, maybe the worms are the antibiotic. Very possible. Who knows? Who knows what kind of mojo magic's going on there? Who knows what kind of alien prophylactics are going on in this world, protecting people that they do whatever. I mean, I know we're out in some weird places tonight, but I blame it on Percy with the Zeus stuff.
Yeah, Jen wants to know how come people aren't preggers. Dude's pull-out game is working, I would think.
Yeah, Fatima's the first one that we've seen so far at all.
And you know Ella's been blowing it in her because she said that she can't get pregnant.
Yeah.
So there was no reason for him to pull out at all. So you know Ella's been blowing it in her. But somehow it took all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? Which makes you believe that this is all an experiment and everything else. 100%, you know, because you know he was just like if I was there, like listen, Fatima and Ellis wouldn't be a thing. Like I would have.
That'd be the direction you'd be going.
I would have just took it over. Just to do it. I'm just doing things to do it.
Call from
Prince Agon Todd.
To accept, press 1.
What up, KP? What it be?
I'm good. You know what I mean? I just in these streets. Literally, I'm just driving home from something.
Love you.
I'm listening to you guys. And first of all, Tony, with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah.
You can't just be dicking down every Sally, Juanita, and Florence all over the place and like expect that to go well for you. So no, bad idea.
Why?
But I digress.
Why would that be a bad idea?
Because
why?
Because there's going to be some bold and beautiful type bullshit going on. Somebody going to be like, one of these bitches going to be like, oh, you fucking with her? And you're like, yeah, I'm fucking with her too. Or you might lie. And then she going to fight the church, and it's a whole thing.
I'm just saying that the way it was going down in Colony House, it didn't seem like people, Fatima kissing chicks, she would Ellis. It seemed like it was an open lifestyle. Like that's the way the lifestyle was there.
It looks it's like, you know, it's like a Woodstock type vibe, you know what I mean?
It's a
Summer of love,
Woodstock in it.
Flower power, Summer of love, flower power, that type of bullshit. All right.
Listen, I didn't see many black men there, and as a black man, and I'm telling you, as a black man who's been in, you know, majority white communities.
Situations.
Yeah. Once you get it in with one, the rest want to come after you too. So you know, I tell people all the time, it's very hard if you're a black man and you live in a majority white community. It's very hard to be faithful from experience. Very hard.
Don't listen. It's not only difficult to be faithful, but like just on a Dr. Umar tip, it's hard to. It's like if you're a black man that lives primarily amongst white people, it's ridiculously hard to find another black woman. Like you're probably gonna find a white lady,
of course,
because just numbers, just the numbers make it happen like that.
You are.
So Dr. Umar might say, you know, I'm body hopping, I'm snow body hopping, but listen, hoppity hop, motherfucker.
I'll just tell you, you become in demand. Trust me, because there's gonna be one chick that come and break the seal, and chicks gonna start talking, and they all coming, and I know how it is. So at least in my situation, you know, and I'm sure other black men out there would do the same thing when you're in these situations. Where you go, man. It's just like I know, like you know what I mean, like Puerto Rican dudes when they go, if Puerto Rican dude come into an all white neighborhood. That Puerto Rican dude is getting swamped.
Yeah, because he's exotic, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Something fresh.
That's
something
right.
new. He might be saying, "What's up, mommy? Que te paso?"
That's right. That's right. That's just what it is, man. That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes.
You're not wrong. But what I'm saying though is still be responsible about it. You know what I mean?
Saying, we get in that colony house and they got some music playing and I start dancing out there. It's over. It's all over. It's all over.
It ain't nothing wrong with a little bump and grind.
Ain't nothing wrong.
But on some from stuff though.
Yes.
So I didn't watch a whole lot of Lost because it had me lost. I was lost. I had no clue that the ball was going on the show. But last night I listened to like an hour-long kind of recap of the ending, and like the idea was that and I think Phil's gonna know about this as well. I know Phil is a big Lost fan, but the idea was that in Lost was that the island itself is alive, and it also acts as kind of it's like a cork on a wine bottle, on the wine bottle of hell. So it's like a cork that prevents stuff from hell, demons and shit, from coming to Earth and fucking people up. And for whatever reason, the island required different people to be on it so that they can have particular kind of energy, so it can run itself. it was such a fucking retarded explanation. But it led me to thinking, perhaps we are thinking about this all wrong. Perhaps Fromville in itself is the organism, is the thing that's alive. Fromville itself is the thing that is creating these situations and putting people into these situations to satisfy whatever internal need it has to prevent something bad from happening or whatever it may be. I don't necessarily agree with that, but I've seen a lot of people discuss, a lot of people talk about it, and say that, you know, that even though the guy from Lost who does From said that he won't be having a weird ending the way Lost ended. I wonder if he means to say that he's going to do that concept well this time and have it be well thought out from season 1 through whenever they're done, or that could be what he meant, instead of saying that, oh, we're not going to do anything that is Lost related. We're not. If we touch the Lost, we're not going to touch it in this series, because it's very much a series like Lost. So tell me, I don't know if between you and Phil, you could probably discuss what are some things that happen in the Lost finale or happen at the end of Lost or with the Lost storyline that you can identify as through lines, similarities, parallels to what's happening in Fromville, and where do you think those similarities begin and end, and what do you think the merge off is? So From went into the direction of a heaven-hell type thing, and the island is actually alive, but it's preventing things from hell from coming on Earth, and there has to be somebody there to maintain the island. What do you compare and contrast those two things, and how they may be similar, but in how you think it'll be different at the end of the day? How you understand what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying. I got you on this.
Right. So have a chat about that. I don't want to stay on the phone too long. I know these days you're a celebrity and you have a lot of calls coming in on this hotline. So I don't want to take much more time.
Never listen to them.
But listen, when you get to 10 million followers or whatever it might be, don't forget you little people. Just make sure you invite me to the events. That's what I'm saying.
You'll be invited.
Speaking of events,
we'll get you to the events. I promise.
What's happening at Teflon Con though? Is Teflon Con still happening?
It sure is happening, 100%.
All right. And apart from that, I
have the spot in Nashville already booked. It's done. It's going down.
Nice.
It's already paid for. It's already booked. It's done. The spot is done. Everything is done. We will have it's just, again, as I told people, because of the writer's strike, when I had certain people that are supposed to show up, they contacted me and said they weren't sure if they could show up because of the shooting schedule. So I had to push everything back because of that situation. So that's why everything got pushed back. But after this is done, the writing strike is over. I'll have this schedule when they're supposed to report back to shoot again, and then we'll be able to plan it around all that.
That's nice. That's good to hear. Well, keep us posted. Now, what about your book, man? I mean, we waited on a reading of a chapter for a while.
You gotta wait until the editing is done. There's nothing I can do about that. It's out of my hands.
But can we get a chapter though? Can we get a chapter? Can we get a quick synopsis? Can we get a blurb?
I've read a couple of chapters for you, right? You want an edited chapter reading?
Edited, unedited, whatever. I mean, just a way for us to wet our beaks.
All right.
And have an understanding.
I will read one of the edited chapters.
When you're doing that, send the notifications out early so I can make sure and plan to be available when you're doing it.
All right.
All right, fellas.
All right.
Y'all have a good night. I'm gonna be listening in the car as I get back to the house.
All right, brother.
Later.
Later, KP.
I think what he's asking for, I mean, if you want to give a quick thing that you can
he's asking for like a comparison.
I think we could do a whole stream on it.
Yeah, on like what comparisons are to, and I think it's going to have a lot to do with the direction that they take this particular show. I just actually did a Lost rewatch all the way through. I wouldn't say I love everything that happens, but I generally do like the first 3 seasons. It's the second half that goes completely off the rails. And the problem that Lost did that From hasn't necessarily repeated is they answer, instead of answering anything, they just introduce a new mystery to kind of distract you with the last mystery. But if we're talking about the island is alive compared to the town is alive, they haven't it hasn't really showed to me the same thing, that there's the same level of importance cast upon Fromville as there was with the whole the island is this, the island is that. It's more about the process of what exactly is happening to them, and this just happens to be the location that where it's happening. I don't think this, and I don't know, maybe you disagree, Tony, or I'm curious what you would think, because I know you're not the biggest Lost person, but do you think the location where they are has any significance? Do you think the town itself has significance?
No.
Neither do I.
No. I think they are where they are. I don't think it has any significance at all. I know people will say that it does and everything else, but no, it's not that. We don't even know if they're in what dimension they're actually in, or what's going on. I think we're dealing with alternate timelines. I think we're dealing with different dimensions.
Or they could be in a warehouse in Montana.
They could be. I would say, listen, if the showrunners were going to take a cue, I would take a cue from Outer Range season 2. Outer Range season 2 did exactly what you have to do when you have a show like this and you need to answer questions, but still make it entertaining for the 3rd season. That hopefully it gets a third season. Outer Range season 2 is amazing, much better than season 1. Season 1 set up a lot of things, and season 2 just explained everything you needed to know at that time and still set everything up. Mika, if you want to call, you can call now. I'll take your call, then we're going to get out of here because we're over 2 hours and stuff. So if you want to call, I'll wait for you. I'll give you a couple of minutes to call. If not, we're going to get up out of here. But yeah, Outer Range is amazing. I wish I could have covered it, but the fact that they dropped everything in one shot made it not able to do it and everything else.
Unless you binge it in one day and put it out the day that the season drops,
I could put an ending explain video,
and
explain the ending. That's all I could do for that. I couldn't do a whole thing. Again, the channel is more based on predictions and theories. That's what I kind of do. If you like season 1. Justin White, trust me, watch season 2. It's so much better. It's so much better. I'm telling you, season 2 was amazing.
Amazon, Tony's sister. It's on Amazon.
Yeah, it's on Amazon. It's on Amazon. Coley Cole, and everything else and stuff. And so yeah, that's definitely just watch it if you can.
The Casanova pugilist has a different take. Outer socks.
And everything else. The number is on the crawl, Mika. 518-290-0848. 518-290-0848 is there and everything else. But yeah, go watch that if you haven't had a chance. House of the Dragon. I will be talking to Bridge tomorrow, and we'll definitely get this whole schedule worked out between Bridge, myself, and Phil. And we'll be doing House of the Dragon like we always do, the pregame show, and then we'll do a postgame show wrap up. I know that Direwolf City is back in the building, so we'll appear on.
I'll be going live after the episode's doing a.
Phil is going to be live right after the episode. All right, let's take these calls. We got 2 people calling.
Call from.
This is the voice at 916.
Oh.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Hello, how are you?
I'm great, Tony. How are you?
I am amazing. It's so great to hear your voice and hear that you're okay. We haven't heard from you for a little while.
I know. See, if I don't wait lengths of time, you won't miss me. So I can
we would
give you a little break.
No, there's no break. There's never a break.
Never a break.
Well, you just said something really interesting. I think would make a really interesting stream while keeping From in the forefront. If we were to discuss and compare shows of a similar vein, like Outer Range, Dark Matter, Peripheral, all those kind of things, and do like a compare and contrast, because there are some similarities, I think, between the shows. But
in discussing it, if we could keep it to what we've actually seen in Fromville. I mean, some theories are really interesting when they bring in other aspects, but if it's not supported by something that we've seen on From, it kind of, doesn't make sense to me. So, but if we could talk about other shows as well as From, using what's common between those other shows, I think that'd be a really interesting stream.
I agree with you. I think that would be amazing to do that, and we'll definitely consider and definitely get that popping. You know what I mean? Especially with dealing with Lost, because it's from the same place.
I might steal that stream. That sounds
fun. Yeah. I don't think that the
Tony, want to come on my channel?
Showrunners of Lost would want to do a repeat on From. It would be too redundant, and I think it would kind of kill their future in the industry if they keep doing the same story over and over.
Yeah, it would get too lost in the sauce. They would think they're a one-trick pony, right?
Right. And that would be really boring. So I think they're going to be going in different directions than what was on Lost. Even though I enjoyed Lost, I did enjoy it for what it was.
It was a hit show. It was a hit for a very long time.
It was huge at a point in time. In the first two or three seasons,
to kind of spice up the From conversation, because we have kind of discussed the most recent teaser to death, and trying to look at a new avenue to approach talking about From and the theories on From.
All right. So, how would you like to approach it?
Well, if we, if kind of like if you had a little poll maybe, and suggested specific shows that were similar to From.
Okay.
And kind of do a poll for the audience members or for the chat, and then we could just stay focused on 2 or 3.
All right.
Or 3 or 4.
I'll tell you what I'll do.
So it doesn't get out of hand.
I will put it on my channel. I'll do a poll. We can see Similarities show. I'll put a couple of shows out there, and we'll see whatever comes back, and we'll do that stream for you.
I think that would be interesting. I'd look forward to it.
Well, I would look forward to you watching it.
Okay. Now, we've been on here for 2 hours, so I'm not going to keep you any longer, but I just wanted to throw in my 2 cents. And as always, Tony, stay sexy.
And you do also. Thank you so much.
And you too, Phil.
Thank you. I know you can't hear me, but thank you.
She can't hear you, unfortunately. Phil phone. Listen, I haven't heard the voice of 916, and thank God I did. I miss her voice. I miss hearing her. I maybe make a T-shirt called "The Voice of 916."
Oh, and Crypt Color Lights. X-Men 97 was really well done for all these remakes or reboots or revisiting of these old animated series, whether it was Animaniacs was another one, or different ones that have come back. X-Men 97 really captured that series. Having been a fan of it growing up, the original X-Men series, it really understood the job it needed to do, and it did it incredibly amazing. I don't know if you watched it, Tony. It was really good.
It was amazing. I definitely watched it.
Call from.
It really was amazing.
Mika.
It was so good.
Mika, what's going on, girl? How you doing?
Hey, good evening, Tony. Hey, Phil.
What's going on?
Not much. Great show tonight. Having fun. I had asked a question earlier in the chat, and I think it was kind of too big of a question to answer. But, I'm just trying to think of something cool to talk about. And I would say, if you could change, like, any scene from any episode, like, to something, okay, say like the tether episode, if you could change any part of that episode or replace a character with another character, or if you could insert yourself into that episode, which character would you like to be? Is that a weird question?
It's a very difficult question to answer. If
right.
I change something from the episode to what I would want to see, it'd be very difficult. I would say most likely, I mean, it's easier for me to say these things when the series is over.
Yeah, it's like looking in the rear view mirror type situation. Look, I could say I want to be Porn Stash and not make a stupid decision.
say you could appear in an episode. So all of a sudden you're driving, and Tony Teflon appears in front of the tree, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I guess Phil's in the back seat.
Yeah,
and of course Mika's in the front seat. And maybe Carla Way's in the back seat too.
Oh, she's
we all get stuck there.
Hey, Carla, let's sing a song.
Like,
why Carla got to be in the back seat with Phil and I'm driving?
Shut up, Tony. Shut up, Tony.
I'm going to be in the front seat.
Hey, Tony, shut up.
I got it. Why? I'm not Morgan Freeman.
That sounds okay to me.
What's going on here?
No, me and you in the front, and Carla and Phil in the back.
Thank you, Mika. I like Mika.
Either or doesn't. Either or it doesn't matter.
All right, so that
okay.
Us
this
we're
is
up
a
in
fanfic. Let's let her have
okay.
her fanfic.
So, what do you think? How could you picture that happening? Like, who would you want to come running to the car? Donna, or who would you want to find us?
Fatima to bring the blunts.
I mean, you gotta get me to say something crazy right now, and I'm not gonna. So, why do I need anybody to find me? Why would I need anybody to find me at that particular time? I don't know.
I know. It's a silly question. I just, it sounded better in my head earlier, and now that I'm saying it, I feel a little silly.
Why someone gotta find me? I don't even know where to find me, motherfucker. I'll tell these motherfuckers what the fuck you coming over here for.
I like the question.
Fuck you bothering
And
me?
also,
What's going on?
And then Phil can make over the bar, and it could be bongos and bongs.
I'm with that. Yep.
That'd be cool, right?
Yeah, this is what Mike is. Fernandez seems like Mike Lee trying to get us locked. You trying to get us locked up here? he trying to fuck us up over here.
It sounded better in my head, and now that I'm saying it out loud, so at least I brought a laugh, right?
Tony, I like the whole premise of this whole situation.
All
right, well,
appreciate it.
I just wanted to say hello and check in and loving the family and keep up the good work, okay?
All right, thank you for calling.
Have a good night.
You too.
Good night, Phil. Bye.
What up to Laura Butler joining late from work? Unfortunately, Laura, we are out of here.
Oh no,
I feel so bad, but we are out of here.
Thanks for joining us. Since she's here, it's time to end the show. Let's do it.
I'm sorry. We'll be back soon. We'll be back this week. Obviously, once the penny goes through for Etsy, when they finally send me this fucking penny, I've been waiting here for, so I can confirm my account. Is that another one? All right, this is it, and we're done.
I mean, these are easy for me. No one can hear me.
To accept, press 1. To send a
What's going on? You rock with the Don Tony Teflon Field Issues guy.
What's going on, Tony?
What's going on,
my friend?
Phil, what's up?
How's it going, man?
I just want to kick a couple theories I had. I know you got to close things out. I don't want to take too much time.
There's more booze. Let's do it.
I want to piggyback. I ain't gonna say piggyback, but I want to reinforce one of the theories that was said earlier. The guy was talking about Zeus and all that.
Yep.
I don't know about the Zeus part, but he mentioned something about the peaches.
Yep.
That Donna she always makes sure she get peaches for Victor, and that's something that I've been thinking about, because it seemed like when they ran out of peaches, that's when Victor started remembering some stuff that he wasn't remembering beforehand. So it wasn't like he was traumatized where he couldn't remember his sister and stuff like that. But after they ran out of peaches, he started remembering stuff. That's what I think is going on with that. I think she might have been drugging him or something like that.
I could agree that if there's going to be some, we talked about psychedelics. We talked about Kenny's mom with the mushrooms. She actually came on the channel and she didn't refute it.
No, she made a joke about it.
Yeah, she made a joke about it, that mushroom tea could be doing something to you. So I would never refute that, but I will say this: that when they went to the in season 2, when Elgin and all of them were hiding at night, and Boyd and them, and they went inside Victor's own personal space that he had, that truck was a peach truck.
Yeah.
So it would lead you to believe that those peaches were in that truck, and that's where he was getting them from all that time. And it was canned at the time. Like
I feel you on that part. But he did mention, or it was mentioned somewhere, that he was getting them from Donna.
Yeah, Donna was
setting them. She was setting them aside, especially for him, or something like that.
Smuggling them to him.
Yeah, she was rationing. I mean, you can look at it as she was putting something in it. We don't know if he opened the can every time, but she was doing the rations. Like, she was in control of all the food. So he would always get them from Donna. She would give him the peaches and stuff.
Well, like I said, that's something that kind of rang a bell with me. And then
I could eat a peach for hours.
I wanted to mention something about the lighthouse. I don't think that's a lighthouse. I think that's a watchtower.
Interesting.
Like a guardhouse.
All right.
Huh.
Like,
and then like the Lord of the Rings, like the Eye of Sauron or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like somebody, because the boy in white, he doesn't physically, he doesn't do anything physically with anybody until he pushes Tabitha out the window. And the only place he appears physically is at the lighthouse. So I think he's been watching everybody from the lighthouse. And maybe he can project his spirit or something when he's talking to people. But the only time he physically does something is when he pushes her out the lighthouse.
All right. So, yes. I mean, that's the only time we see them physically do anything to anyone in the show.
Or touch
touch anyone. But we can say this, that when Boyd and Sarah were out there and it was raining, his hair was fucked up, like the water was hitting him in the head, right? It wasn't like he was standing there like an image and the water was going through him. He was soaking wet, just like they were soaking wet too.
Like the water was physically on.
Yes. Like, you go back and look, you see his whole body soaked.
I have to go back and look at that. That was one thing. And then I have a question for you, because I'm thinking back, but I can't remember exactly. The uncool kids, the dirty kids.
Yep.
Are those all girls?
No, there's a boy there. The boy is holding the one girl.
There's a boy there?
Yeah, there's a couple of boys there. But the one boy is holding the girl's hand like it's his sister or something like that. You know, so there are.
You sure that's a boy?
Yep, 100% that's a boy. Because they got him in they got him in overalls, and then they got the girls in the dresses.
Okay, and then I guess this one little last thing I want to hit you with. This is kind of like a theory I have for season 3. Not Donna, but Tabitha. I think Tabitha may actually be in the real world. And the reason that I think that is just as a writer, logically, that would be a good way to continue the story, having her be in the real world, them being in this other world, and still not explaining what's going on exactly between the two.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're a mother, you let's say you just anybody, you lose a wife, and you like, what I do with your wife? What you gonna do? You're gonna retrace your steps. I think what Donna's gonna end up, Tabitha's gonna end up doing is retracing her steps. She's gonna stop, because she was looking at the map when they got out there, when her and Jim and the daughter, when they all first appeared, she was looking at the map, so she knows exactly where they were supposed to be. I think she's gonna go back, retrace her steps. She's gonna end up going back to where she thinks that they should be at, and that's gonna be that scene that we saw where there was where the post office was behind her.
Yep.
I think that's gonna be the scene. She's gonna show up in the real city. They're really gonna have a post office, and she's gonna be trying to like, what the fuck is going on? Like, but what I think is gonna happen. This is the theory part. I think everything I said beforehand, I think it's the logic. But this is the theory part. I think it's going to be parts of the town that she shows up in the real world are going to be parts of the the From town replicated in From. That's why it's the reason why, in my opinion, it's the reason why like they have weird outlets that you plug stuff up into.
Yep.
And the power lines don't go nowhere. Whoever made up this fake city, they don't really understand how real things work. They just understand like a surface level. So they may be getting that information from these different spots on the map that these portals are at or whatever that they're pulling people from. And that's pretty much where I got so far, man. It's half a theory.
I agree that she's gonna show up at that place and look around outside and say this was the same place that I was in from land, but it's not beat up, it's not decrepit, it's not nothing. Now whether she
and in that picture that they showed from the set where she's with that guy and the vehicle, the car that everybody was talking about, I think that's going to be in the real world post office city, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I agree. That's all going to happen in the real world and everything else. But her mission is going. I think they're going to try to make her think she's crazy, and her mission is going to is to get back there. And
I think that may be a part of it.
No, they're definitely
they're gonna try to convince her. You don't need to go back there. You don't need to.
I don't.
Crazy.
They're not even gonna come at her like that. They're definitely a part of it, but they're gonna be like, "What are you talking about? You what do you mean? Like, no, you were found here." They're not gonna say you don't need to go back there. They're gonna be like, "That place you're making that up in your head," and they're gonna try to convince her that she was crazy, like that's all just made up, like it was a bad dream or something.
I agree with you on that. And then she'll end up running into Eloise.
Yeah, and then when you deal with them, when she gets that lunch pail, she finally finds it because they're gonna take it, and she sees all that. That's what's gonna make her know I'm not crazy. I know I wasn't crazy. Here's the proof that I wasn't crazy.
Right, but I feel like once they get to that point, her and Eloise are gonna go on a mission where like let's try to get back.
Well, yeah.
And also I want to say this too. That's you know, the people that made Lost made this series. And that's kind of the way that they write. That's exactly what happened in Lost. Some people got off the islands and then they tried to get back to the island.
Yeah, it definitely be a situation.
We got to get back.
Yep. It'll definitely be that. And I talked about this earlier. It's going to be that, and that's how she's going to convince Eloise, because Eloise is going to see it, and Eloise is going to help her get back, and Eloise will get killed in the process, and then Tabitha will make it back. That's how it's going to end with that.
But yeah, man, that was my theory. I just wanted to drop on you real quick, like.
All right. I appreciate the call. Definitely call back. We got to get up out of here. So I appreciate the call. Call back anytime. We'll be doing another stream this week.
All right, man. Y'all have a good night.
All right, man. One. Yeah, I mean, I said that theory earlier today. You know, the whole thing. I explained the whole thing out, and so maybe he missed that when I did that. But I explained the whole thing out, how it's going to end, and that's exactly what I think is going to happen and everything else. You know what I mean? But all right, let's get out of here. Phil, what you got coming up? Besides,
I got House of the Dragon is the next big thing. Couple of other streams, but we'll be talking about this mother grabber, this butthead. Don't worry. We're going to talk about these high towers. Yeah, we're going to talk about this asshole soon. We're going to talk about that asshole soon. But also just random streams. I was going to do a Soprano stream, but my buddy and his wife had to say goodbye to their very old dog, and so he's sort of been out of commission a little bit. But Matt and I will be back starting season 5 of The Sopranos real soon. But House of the Dragon next Sunday, a week from Sunday.
Yeah, House of the Dragon next Sunday. We'll be doing that. We'll be back with another From stream. Next stream, I'll have the link in the description where you can buy these shirts. We'll release the first 2 shirts this week. Phil will have one on, I'll have one on, and then we'll
send you my address.
We'll keep it going and everything else from there and everything else. Let me thank everyone who came out here, rocked with us. If you like the way we do this, please thumbs up this, spread this across the realm, and of course, subscribe. And until next time, you know who it is. Peace and stay sexy. Carl away. Take us out.
Just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be canción de ese mar.